Accountable, episode 129.
Oh, we got some special guests in the stew, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good one.
Hell yeah. Shout out everybody listening. Shout out our guests. Shout out Deca motherfucking Pollinari. Take us away, bud. What you got?
Thank you for tuning in. I know your time is valuable. There's thousands of other podcasts that you could have settled for. But now you're just vibing with two goofy dudes from Wisconsin who like to discuss their problems or figure out ways to solve them. And challenge the listeners to get up out of their comfort zone. Try some shit they ain't done before. This is Hold Us Accountable.
Episode 129, motherfuckers.
Yeah, this is Hold Us
Got ourselves a show tonight. Maxon looking like a play collar.
Fucking feeling like a co-pilot up here.
Hey,
Shit.
Captain Max.
I need a straw to drink my beer, though.
Did you pay for this song? This is awesome.
That's our buddy Deca Pollinari.
Hey, shout out to that. That's a sick intro.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Damn.
Thanks, buddy.
Hell yeah. No, I get why you don't do that thing that I suggested earlier. Because that is way better. Shout out to...
We got to get one of those.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to who again?
Deca Pollinari.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was feeling that.
Yeah, my childhood buddy. We had him on the show, and
all right.
he tuned something up.
What's
up?
We got to reinvigorate his musical inspiration.
Yeah.
So maybe if we can get a couple, we get you guys looking for an intro song. We get a couple other people looking for an intro song. Any music at all. I mean, hit up Deca Pollinari.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
Sir.
Hey, I went to school for music, so I mean, if the man needs some inspiration, I'm right here to help.
Hit up
right here.
Chuck Charles.
Right here.
Yeah, hell
Chuck
yeah.
Charles.
I'm a man of many
Pollinari.
hats.
Dude.
Fuck yeah. Everybody, welcome.
Yes.
Full
Holy
house.
shit.
Full house
What
in the
up, everybody?
Down in the
studio.
manager's basement, episode
Man.
129. Feeling good, dude.
I love the way you guys adjusted this setup. This
Yeah.
is beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Change it up a little bit. We have to accommodate for our guests.
I texted Max this morning. I said, might be a little tight in there today. So showed up a
Know
little
how
early.
we like it.
Yeah. Tight, hot.
It's comfortably tight, buds.
Yeah,
Right.
comfortably
Exactly.
tight.
I love
Yes.
it. I love it.
Yes.
Well, thank you everyone for hanging out with us this week. Like we said, we got a very special show coming at you. But before we get into the show and all that, our guests, who they are, a little bit about the show itself. Holds accountable. What we do, we like to try new stuff, take on a new skill, take on a new project, anything like that. We do it for about a month, and we talk about it, see how it goes.
Sometimes 2 months, sometimes 3, sometimes 4.
It's every other month. Sometimes, sometimes it's a 2-month process. Sometimes, like me, it's just I've been doing the same shit for like
He
2
found
years
it. He
now.
found the niche.
Fucking
Found
A.
the niche.
But yeah, so we've done. We're
Come on.
We like to
Come on,
try.
Captain.
We like to try shit like that. So stuff that gets us out of our comfort zone, things we've wanted to try but we put off. We say, well, I'll get to it later, but then work, life, whatever gets in the way, and we just don't make time for it. So this show helps us make time for those things that we
Makes
we
life a
wanted
little
to.
more exciting, broadens our horizon, makes every
Exactly.
day a little more worth living.
Exactly.
Right.
So for like things we've done in the past, like the very first thing we did, we took jiu-jitsu classes.
Fuck yeah, we built this goddamn nice oak table we got right
You
here.
can see it in full force tonight with this
Yeah,
angle.
I
too.
cleaned her off. I dusted it today for our guests.
Couple layers
Wait, you
came
built
off.
this through jujitsu?
We we fought this table into form. No, we made this table. That was our
As one of the challenges, yeah.
So after we did jiu-jitsu,
After
I think we were just kind of like, man, so that's jiu-jitsu, huh?
yeah.
We're good on that. I think we're good on that. We were like, what should we do now? We were like, let's build a table. We need a stew. We
Yep.
need a. So that's what we did. We built the table, then we moved it down here, and we kind of started making the studio and everything around it. So this table is like the first thing that got us down here. Before we were just in a garage doing jujitsu.
It fits the vibes.
Right?
It's,
Yeah,
it's
it does.
honestly,
Yeah.
it really
Awesome.
does.
It's nice.
It's cozy down here. You guys are saying it's tight, but I'm saying it's cozy.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
love it. We've also brewed some beer a couple
Twice.
times. Yeah.
Grew some mushrooms.
Yeah, we did do that.
Hey, work.
Done different
Hey,
diets.
work.
Max did the carnivore diet.
did a
one
carnivore
day.
diet.
Straight meat for a month, just like Tom.
We put on
Mr. Liver? Mr. Liver?
I didn't do it quite like that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do I got caught up in the fad for a little bit.
How
and,
was that? Take me through that.
Man, it was not fun. It wasn't great. It's
Your desserts were like what were they like? Heavy whipping cream and.
So like I cheated a lot in terms of just like you're really supposed to just eat like meat, but I was eating like pork rinds and a lot of heavy whipping cream for like putting like stevia in it for like the sweetness because I love sugar and all that shit, and so like dude after like
so meat shakes.
Dude,
instead of meat sweats, you're getting meat shakes.
And then meat shits, dude.
Meat shits as well?
Oh, dude.
Like,
nothing like steak for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Dude,
and
it's just a pasty dump.
And then heavy whipping cream for dessert.
Just a pasty dump.
Yeah. It was insane. It was insane. I think one of my like cheat dinners, I had a block of cheese and a rotisserie chicken. That was like a dinner, and it was
a block of cheese and a rotisserie chicken
and shrimp. Yeah,
and shrimp,
and then heavy whipping cream. We had to top it off.
Well, you had to get your veggies. So there was shrimp, right,
exactly. That was like that was so that diet was a little crazy. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not fun. It sucks. But I had to try it. Fucking Rogan did it.
Rogan did it. We gotta do it.
The bald guys got to stick with other bald guys.
Do they?
Do they though?
Do they?
Yeah, we really don't. He jumped off a bridge. I was like, I'm right behind you, man. Some of the other things we've done, we put on a live audience show. We did a show in front of a live audience. That was like a
put together a park cleanup.
Yeah, we
invited people out, did a big brat fry, and we cleaned up Green Isle Park.
Yep.
Live audience park cleanup.
That is awesome. You guys are doing community work as well.
A little bit.
That's fantastic.
Done a couple park cleanups.
We would chug beers, throw them on the ground, pick them up, and put them in
fuck, we got four 5-gallon bags of Busch Light cans.
So just
putting all these
just showing how you should pick up your own mess.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
Like, man, who's in these parks?
We do like to go for all. We usually get out at least once a year.
Yeah.
Go out for all thing. Usually Baird's Creek and frolic around, and then carry around trash bags with us and just pick up things as we go.
Yeah.
So
fuck yeah,
things like that.
So yeah, don't you? I mean, we've wrote short stories. We've tried painting. We tried guitar.
Yep.
I mean.
Yep, I did that painting right up there. Hold us accountable.
Spelt it wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's when we started doing. All right, Carl, we need to challenge you to the dictionary.
Yeah, that's where Carl versus the dictionary came about.
Yeah.
Hold us accountable.
And so what we're doing currently, I did stand-up comedy last week. I'm gonna be trying to think of why I signed up again in January. So
nice. Keep it flowing. Keep it going.
But yeah,
keep it going, dude.
Yeah.
What day in January?
I'm not sure. I signed up. And
the list hasn't been released yet.
Yeah, it hasn't been released yet.
When does it release?
Usually at the end of the month sometime.
Yeah.
It's like
the end of this month.
Yeah. It's like the last Thursday of the month, and then it's like the next week. It's like, all right, if you signed up for the first spot, like you're going up. I don't know. It's not my favorite way to do it, but I don't run the show.
It is what it is. Yeah, it gets everybody
over
involved.
my head. Anyway, Shamo, what are you doing?
I'm revamping our stream right now, so we're switching streaming softwares, and I'm slowly getting that converted over, tweaking it, trying to make it as good as we can. Get some new overlays and backgrounds and new features and things like that. So it's coming along. We'll get into that a little bit more later, though.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm doing more woodworking, building a reading shelf.
More
thing.
woodworking.
More fucking woodworking. Woodworking. Woodworking.
Guys like a gynecologist.
Are you enjoying it?
I do woodworking for a living, and then my challenge is woodworking.
And
then I was thinking about it. I was like, oh my god, a sweet challenge would be is I got a longboard. I could redesign it. And then I'm like, fuck, that's more woodworking. Damn it. So yeah, I'm doing woodworking.
So Carl's really trying to find his passion.
Right.
Is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
He likes variety.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
But there's a lot in working with wood. You can do a lot of different things with wood.
Right?
If you know
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking another thing with wood.
Grip strength.
I was trying. Yeah, grip strength. Wood. I've been super into watching wood carving videos on YouTube before bed. I was like, that'd be sweet. Buy me a chainsaw, get me a log, and fucking just go to town.
we just hook you up with a big lump of wood. You're just fucking carving the shit out of it all day.
Fucking make it something for the stove.
Dude, I made those little Lincoln log things. With
Yeah.
Just that tiny little electric chainsaw, man.
Still woodworking, but something different.
Fuck yeah.
No, all of a sudden we're gonna see Carl like climbing those
Yeah.
totem poles at festivals.
Yes.
You know,
He'll be chopping out a telephone pole. It's like, I need this for my project.
Green Bay's gonna be tree free.
This is gonna look great.
Every tree around Lambeau is gonna be a Jordan Love face, just like carved into it.
Like if you just combine woodworking with your like angry disposition, like you're just gonna eventually like get a chainsaw and just be like, no,
I don't want to do this.
I'll be like the guy from the Who or the fucking Dr. Seuss movies. They cut down all the fucking trees and then they got none left. You guys seen that movie?
Yeah, the Who?
The Who.
The Who.
Yeah.
Something like that.
The HUA?
The HUA. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so that's what we do here on Hold Us Accountable. That's what we do on the show. If you want to help out in any way, like, rate, review, subscribe wherever you can, all that good shit.
Give us a follow if you're new watching us live. We appreciate it. We've gained a hefty amount of followers, and then recently, and we're
close to
very
69.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
So
The
close. to
Lorax.
69.
Thank you, Andy.
Yes, the Lorax.
Thank you, Lucas.
Thank you,
Jesus, criminy. That was a tough audience. I was just getting stared at there. For
I was trying to think of the movie.
I know the
my
fucking
daughter
movie
loves
was
it,
out there, dude.
but I don't.
Yeah, right.
Thank you. That's
Velvet
why.
Assassin, how you doing?
How you
The
doing?
house is
Andy in
full.
the house. And the silly Sandy. Welcome to the show, bud. Welcome to the show. All right.
Oh yeah. So what we got in store? We got, obviously we'll have we're gonna introduce and hang out, talk with our guests here, Pat and Chuck. We'll have Wisconsin sports talk, Carl versus Dictionary. We're gonna do darts, a little life advice because people are still emailing us, and I don't know
Like
why the fuck
crazy.
people are emailing us, but they are.
Some of those pictures.
Oh my God, dude, yeah. Keep it in your pants. I tell you.
Yes, it's infected. All right. Good
Yeah.
God.
Go to the doctor.
Yeah, peel it. Yeah.
So
sorry. I'm not gonna go deep.
So across from me, we got the IT specialist, the tech wizard, the Python coding gaming master, Cat Dad himself. Woo! He's our CTO, the chief technical officer, Shamo.
Damn, Shamo.
What an intro.
What an intro.
What a guy.
That was
Hey,
large.
Diagonal from me,
It's
we
the only
got,
thing large about me. I don't know.
we got the wood cutting, wood varnishing window man. It's Stumpy, the LOA kid. He's our CPO, the chief party officer, Carl.
Hey.
And then we got me, Bald Shorty, the Stony Baloney microdosing blue light hippie, the edit and upload specialist. I'm your CDO, the chief distribution officer, Max.
Oh.
Hey!
Oh.
Now, that's all fun and games. That's all fun. But, we got a wild show on tap. So let's get into it. Let's introduce, before we get into, our favorite thing we do here on Holtz Accountable, let's just quick introduce the fellas here. So we got, this is the second time in the stew, the Pug Man himself, here promoting his first published book, which launched today, Thursday, December 14th, 2024. Quantum Beliefs, a future of sustainability utilizing AI. Holy shit, I'm excited, but mostly extremely nervous to dive into that. I think Pat might be AI sent from the future to ensure all of humanity is taken over by AI. But we'll find out later on in the show. Now we've got the other man over here. This is his first time in the stew. Chuck Charles joins us.
Chuck Charles.
Notice how I had the shortest intro.
It's not,
you didn't even get started
we're
yet.
not done yet here,
So I
man.
was thinking too. I'm like, damn.
Chuck is a comic currently on the Bankruptcy Comedy Tour. You can find him at the Door County Fire Company December 30th. Woo! And
Right
at
before that
Cranky
new
Pants
year.
in Neenah, January 12th.
Check it out.
Now that sounds like something we can talk about instead of AI. I don't know about AI, all that. Shit, we got, we're gonna ask, like, who are you on tour with? What's it like being on a comedy tour? How's the tour been? Highs, lows, drugs, parties, groupies, all that shit. We're gonna talk about it all with you, Chuck.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get
Prepare
into
to be
it.
disappointed.
Nothing crazier than
Our
a party in the
trailer-
back of bats.
Our trailer is outside, so we'll get right back out to it.
That is the groupie.
Holy shit.
Exactly.
And we're going to get into all that and more. But obviously, what we like to do here first on the show, we like to save the best for first here on Holtz Accountable.
bud.
Dessert
This is-
for dinner.
This is episode 129's
First.
Beer of the Week.
I do love beer.
I love beer. Beer is good.
Fucking put it in my belly.
I love beer.
Beer is beer.
Beer. Beer. All
Beer is
week.
beer of the week. Beer of the week.
Yeah.
Beer
beer of the week.
Oh, drinking something nice at Jeremiah Johnson Brewing Company Hazy IPA. Woo! Brewed in, you guessed it, Montana.
But,
Seamus Johnson came back with a crate full tied to the top of the grocery getter, and we're still going through them.
I got their story here.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Unless you've got it pulled up.
I got it pulled up.
You got it. You got it.
All right,
I didn't look it up.
You got
yet,
that
so.
cool
Pull it up
microphone
here.
on.
I know. I got free hands. I got free hands. So at Jeremiah Johnson Brewing Company, we are all about the right attitude, the determination and hustle to outwork, and the opportunity to be great. That's a lot of things you're fucking working towards there. We are entrepreneurs through and through. We can already tell. It's just how we are. Our passion for the company we are building and the brand we are growing is so important to us. Well, it fucking better be. We put our name on it. Well, I mean, anybody puts their name on it. I mean, their dream has always...
Max is already bashing. Bashing the boys.
Sometimes these brewing companies get a little bit too like, this is our No shit, it's your passion. If it's not your fucking passion, I don't know what you're doing.
Have you never heard of a backstory?
I mean, yeah, but they're all the same.
Oh, Max loves the back.
Come up with 129 beers. We've seen them all. We've read them all. Come up with something new.
I'll tell you what. the worst movie out of the trilogy for Batman was the first one. Why? Because it was the backstory.
I love a good backstory.
Oh, do you though?
I love Iron Man. Do you? The first Iron Man? Oh, that's my favorite Iron Man.
Do you though, Bob?
Oh, I do. Maybe not. Maybe it just comes to brewery.
Just wait.
He's a hater.
If
see, here's the
this
thing.
company won an
coming.
award, he will eat it up.
If there was 129
Like, I drank
Batman
that beer.
movies, if there was 129 Batman movies,
And they all have backstories.
they all have a dream. They all won something. They all started somewhere small and expanded big.
Is this what their website says? Oh,
yeah.
no.
Uh-oh.
Keep going. No, you're doing great.
I just heard you say, "Oh no!" I was like, "What?"
I'm inspired.
I'm inspired.
He's creating his own backstory right now.
yeah.
You started out of your dad.
The villain arc.
Fuck you.
No, but Jeremiah Johnson Brewing Company, like hell yeah.
Oh
I love
yeah,
it.
hey, Jeremiah Johnson Brewing Company, hell yeah.
I mean,
Well, I think you're the only one that's cracked it open so far.
I cracked. No, I cracked.
No,
it.
you're good. You're good.
I usually
saw
drink
a
one
crack,
before
so
the
I
sit.
cracked.
All right, so we've got their hazy IPA. It's 7.3 ABV.
Of course it is.
Love it.
32 IBUs.
Don't know what that means.
That
IBUs is the bitterness of the beer, so it's a scale from 1 to 100. The higher the number, the more bitter.
Almost
the beer.
like a Scoville for
What was it again?
Yeah.
peppers. Okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
32.
exactly.
32?
Yeah.
32.
So
That's
that's probably a really good beer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's their. This is just hazy IPA, no fancy name. I like that.
Do you mind if I read what's on the can?
Please, this is your beer, man.
This
What
is
are you
my
asking me
fucking
for?
beer. This New England IPA has been a massive hit at our JJBC tap room. We love it so much, in fact, that we decided to put it in a can so you can finally bring it home. Each batch is made with Montana 2-row malt, flaked oats, and a proprietary hop blend. The super juicy hazy IPA delivers the perfect balance of bitterness without the bite. At Jeremiah Johnson Brewing Company, we source local, brew fresh, and can in-house for an exceptional beer that could only come from Montana's Golden Triangle.
I'm joking.
This guy.
So this is farm to can.
Farm to can.
Farm to can.
Our
can.
favorite
We got some
kind.
foam
yeah.
to can here.
Yeah.
We're
Also,
gonna have
also
ourselves.
from Montana, but New England style.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Cheers, mate.
Seamus, what do we like to rate this bitch off?
Oh, we don't just
Ah.
like to drink these beers. We like to rate these beers. We got a special little scale called Pancho Ancho's Big Old Big 4 Beers. And I have
Chuck.
yet to
No,
fix it.
that was awesome.
I have yet to fix it. Max didn't send me another reminder.
So this is what we
believe.
rate our beers off.
We rated off of the drinkability of the beer, the probability you drink it again.
Let's explain everyone a little bit.
All right,
so
the
our
drinkability.
guests have a
So
little-
when you're just sitting there drinking it, do you like it? Is it drinkable? Are you suffering through it? Are you enjoying every sip?
Like it might taste really good, but you're like, man, it's hard to.
Like, I don't know if I could have more than one.
there you
Right.
go. There you
But
go.
that would be probability.
And then we get on to probability of what's the probability you drink it again? Are you
Yeah.
going to have one? Are you going to go back for more?
Right.
If you order it
Yeah.
one time and you go back there again, you're going to order it again, things like that. Third one is chuggability. I mean, self-explanatory.
itself.
Yeah.
How good is it to chug? You know what I mean?
Yeah, this one's gonna be a
Is it
little
an easy
tough.
chugger? Is it a heavy one?
Yes, Shamo was supposed to change this to butt chuggability, but he keeps forgetting.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, and then the last but not least, this is what I actually forget to change. It says affordability, but we actually changed it to attractability of the can. So how attractive
Okay.
is the can? Is it pleasing? Is it boring? However we feel about it. So
Would you buy this beer just walking through the store, based off the look of the can?
yeah,
Like I see this beer, how can I buy it if I can't see it?
Camouflage.
you're so fucking stupid. I love it.
I think
That was a
we
good
already know
one, though.
Carl's answer on that.
10 out of 10.
All right,
Guys, go through
Shamo,
it.
do we have a live footage of us?
we do. It's just behind this right now.
Oh.
Because I'm screen sharing it right now. We will see it live as soon as I take it down.
Oh, I might be behind you.
And also, I forgot to change the cam, so they can't see us right now, but we're just going to leave it how it is for now. All right. So who wants to start us off? Drinkability.
Well, Shamo, you brought it in.
All right.
All right, so
I haven't even taken a sip.
while you guys
Oh,
think about
shit.
this, we have a Would You Rather from Velvet Assassin. Would you rather have to butt chug every beer if you wanted to consume it, or be able to drink beer, but it makes you anxious as you drink it instead of relaxed? Oh, fucking put me up on my hands and butt chug me
chug.
down, baby.
The only-
Imagine going up to the bar and ordering a beer and being like, "Hey, bud, can you?"
help me out here.
You're just pulling like a funnel out of your butt,
Yeah.
the back of your jeans. Like, just pour it right
hey,
in.
man,
Pour
help
it
me
Hey,
in.
out.
Carl, I need another one. Can you help me, bud?
Can you help me, bud?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, just open up the flap in my pants.
Yeah, just dump it down.
No one would ever buy beers for you, ever. They'd be
No rounds. No rounds for
I
us.
hate to say it, but
I'd butt chug.
call me Mr. B.
I'd butt
Chug.
chug too.
I'd butt chug. Half the fun of beer
Wow.
is the fact that it just calms me down a little bit.
This beer, it's
It's very good.
it tastes good. It has been sitting in the refrigerator for like a month. Is it cold to you guys? Like it's cold,
Yes.
It's not as cold as it could be.
but like it doesn't
Is piss
feel
cold
cold.
when you pee into the toilet.
No.
Is that fridge plugged in?
I think no, the can's cold, but I'm drinking. I'm like this.
Well, they have been. I mean, it is.
I mean,
I think it's just the beer.
We got 5 bodies in this.
I guess they have been sitting out for like 30 minutes
temperature
now.
gauge units, they like 53 degrees. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been sitting on for
That's true.
45
We
minutes.
did, we did pull them out. Anyways, though, the flavor's good.
They were sitting in Tom's asshole.
Man. Good beer,
30
not too
seconds
bitter.
in there is a
Made
long
Carl
time.
laugh.
The bitter's there, but it doesn't have that bite like they were talking about, so it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's nothing outrageous, so I'll give it like a 7.2.
So it's a scale out of 1 to 10, right?
Yep,
Okay.
1 to 10, yep.
1 to 10. And
Feel free to put your point.
Whatever you want.
Hey,
Oh.
this is my mother.
Hey,
so
we got
soon.
Carl's mom here.
Hey!
Special guest.
Hey.
Good to see ya. This is Pat and this is Chuck. This is my mother, Kelly.
Nice to meet you, Kelly.
You're back early.
Thank God. It was
Oh, now she gets to see what's really going on.
Yeah, she was
Hold
at
on, Kelly. Let me get you.
she
one.
was at a Christmas concert that she was super excited to go to.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was my
Listen,
sisters, and they did a very
It's not as bad as
Yeah.
it could have been.
Yeah.
Walking into a room with five guys, it could have been a lot worse. Is what I'm saying.
Guys, you were
Back in
you were on our
college.
show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so cool that you're doing that. It's awesome. Do you only give me one?
There's only.
There's more on.
She said, "What? That was it?"
Drink it all, you little.
Out in the fridge?
Yeah.
In the garage? No.
There's a bunch of seltzers.
Did I do that? Did I do that? Oops.
Mom, you want to try our beer of the week? You're gonna hate it.
Take a sip.
There's a ton of seltzers out there
Oh, you're
too.
gonna hate it.
Carl just Carl's on that.
Busch Light.
Oh.
Tell us how you really feel about it into the microphone.
Yeah.
Wait, let me try it.
Oh,
Double
drinkability.
Yeah.
A 10.
That's,
1 to 10. What's the odds you drink it again?
Yeah, let me get back on
Ooh,
that.
a 2.
If there were no other beers.
So you
Well,
telling
we did-
me there's
we-
a chance?
Probability if there's no other beers.
We just saw it twice though, so I guess that was the 2.
so 2 sips.
Yeah.
Well, I had to get a better sip than the first sip. I had more beer left, but that's okay. Good seeing you guys. Hey, hey.
Hey!
Wow.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
We love Poppins.
Sorry we didn't leave you more than one
Special
beer.
guest.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go home.
We thought you were gonna be later.
Andy
You
says
told
hi,
us 10
Kelly.
o'clock.
How would that have helped?
Andy
Well, 'cause-
hello on the comments.
Andy, hey, I miss you.
Andy!
And the sailor
Okay,
say Andy.
Carl, let's Aunt Kelly, what would you rather have to butt chug every beer you want to consume,
Come on.
or be able to drink beer but it makes you anxious instead of relaxed?
Well, I'd drink beer if it makes me anxious, and then like smoke some pot.
Okay, there.
Didn't even think about that. I just went straight to butt chugging.
I just went straight to stick it in my ass.
Guys,
Love you, Ma.
love you too.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank
Kelly,
you.
love ya.
Good Lord.
Who? I never even thought about that. We all just went to butt chugging.
That's why we had to ask.
You guys don't
Kelly.
understand the synergy.
Counselor
of the
Kelly knows
products.
what's going on. Yeah.
That's what
It's about working together.
Man, I'm still gonna drink it if I get anxious. Smoke a joint. Come on, dumb
You
fucks.
fucking idiots.
Idiots.
There we go. That's an easy question.
What are we talking
That's
about?
why you always ask Mom.
Right.
Bob always knows
Mom
best.
knows
Always
best,
knows
dude.
That was perfect.
That was
perfect.
so awesome.
Yeah.
that was electric.
That's where I get my height from. Yeah.
Yeah, you know
And
what?
your weed smoking
And
proclivity.
and my bush light connoisseurism.
Not your not your ass play though.
No, I think
Come on, all right.
I think the best wait, the best comment was only one.
Only one.
Only one?
That like that was it.
I know, she's like,
how
one?
how dare you short sell me?
I know.
So there's a fridge out in the garage that's normally just full of Busch Light, but we just drained it today.
Yeah,
so
man.
it was like,
She's pissed. She was ready to come back and pocket 4 beers, go home and watch a soul pop,
yeah,
bro.
she,
Now she's got to
right-
stop at Quick
Right
Trip.
into her bedroom. She had to
Yeah.
come down to your cave and be like, "Son, where are my beers?"
Where's my beer?
and instead we were like, hey, so what about butt chugging?
All right, drinkability for me. Let's move
It
on.
made Chuck laugh.
I'm dying.
Dude, it was a perfect answer.
I'm not crazy about this beer, not gonna lie.
Fair enough.
You're crazy then.
I am crazy. But I mean, I'm not super crazy about it, but I enjoy it. Give it a 7.13.
You're 7
Hey,
It's not bad.
not too bad.
Not too shabby. Chuck,
Chucky.
what you got down there, Chuck?
I mean, I know I'm not on there, but drinkability, and I'm not like a huge beer drinker anymore. But when I do like IPAs. This one, I would actually hit with an 8.2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're a fan, huh?
I am.
I like
Love
it.
it.
Too, yeah.
Bob.
I was out in Montana about a month or so ago, and I brought all these beers back with me, so they're straight from the source.
So New
This
England
is from the
From New
source.
England.
from Montana.
Went
This is
to
from-
Montana, ordered them from New England, and brought them.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's weird. The can says
This
it's
is
40 IBUs.
This is from the teat. of
We're
the
straight
source.
from the teat.
The teats.
He sucked this out of Montana.
Yeah,
I
dude.
did.
I'm not gonna lie. I gotta give it, Bob. I gotta give it an 8.21.
8.2.
No,
Just-
this motherfucker over here is playing like he's on Price is Right. You know what? I'll do 8.2. Whoa.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait till you see my score.
8.212, bitch.
Oh my gosh, if that's it,
No,
I'm out of here.
I will leave. I will leave the show. Fucking, you guys see Bad Friends?
Yeah.
I've been watching some like of those little shorts. Been left my ass off.
Bad friends.
Yeah.
Never
I
seen
don't think
it.
I've seen it.
It's a podcast of two
It's a
dudes.
short.
Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee.
Oh, yeah.
The
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Oh my
podcast,
god,
yeah.
they are hilarious.
Some
It's
of
like
the
one of
things
the-
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Do you see the song, Daddy? Why'd you have to
Basically,
die?
it's an
You ever see
hour
that?
of
Oh my
just
God,
improv
electric.
between
Yeah,
them
it
two.
really
Oh,
is.
that sounds
It's
great.
incredible.
It is incredible.
So
yeah.
Max, what do you got?
I'm gonna go. I really like this. I'm gonna go 8.4.
Whoa!
8.47.
Wow.
All right, there you go. That's nice. That's nice.
I don't know what these buttons do, but
Cool.
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 It's my soundboard. Trust
I
me.
like that.
Wacky sound.
That's wacky.
Oh,
Just wait till
shit.
Seamus
All right.
says something.
Oh god. All right. Under the probability. You know, I don't mind it. It's an easy drinker
So
for
should
how.
we set up a scenario?
Sure.
To make
yeah.
it just to make it easy
Yeah.
for our guests.
What's the scenario?
All right, let's
Set the mood.
because
Set the
we,
scene.
Us three.
I know. I was just
Us
waiting
three-
on you to do some. Say you got like butt chug 15.
No. I'm gonna be. No,
Okay. Hey, we got a follow.
Hey.
Hey.
Appreciate
the
it.
dispensary.
Oh, okay.
Esports.
What's the scenario?
Well, let's spitball here, fellas.
All right, all right.
I'm not saying I have to come.
So,
up with
We're
it.
out in
Let's-
Montana
We're out in
We're out in
Montana.
at a New England bar.
At a New England bar.
It's in the shape of Bill
We're out in the-
Belichick's head.
Yeah, we're out at the fucking bar.
Where speed limits don't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speed limit.
Right, this is all hypothetical.
You rode
yeah.
your fucking horse and cage out there, and you're
Uh-huh.
sitting down for a cold one.
And we said, hey, bud.
How does the beer get cold?
Put it in the snow.
Well, you are out in Montana.
Yeah.
All right, Max, what do you got for us?
So
bud?
yeah, you're out there. You just rode your horse up to a saloon,
Yeah.
and you as Louis C.K. would say, you gave them one ping, and they said, all right, you got lodging, you got we'll clean your horse, you got a woman, we'll give you food, you got 3 choices of beer, you got Jeremiah Johnson, Hazy IPA, and then some other.
You got
what do you
White
think?
Claw.
You got a White Claw.
White Claw.
And what do you got?
A twisted tea.
And a
Twisted tea.
No, we'll go with a bush light.
A bush light.
bush
All
light.
right, all right.
A bush apple.
Bush apple. Okay.
You can't put bush light.
Those
there, you know
that's
what
hard to beat,
Freshly
though.
squeezed.
You just and you
Those are hard to
started
beat.
off with your Jeremiah Johnson Hazy, so I'll take that. You finished it. Now what are you choosing? Are you gonna choose it again? Like what's the 1 out of 10? Are you going back to the Jeremiah Johnson? Is it
The
maybe-
saloon really does it for me. If I'm in a saloon,
Right.
it's got the wooden doors. You gotta.
Sure. Yeah. But it's modern day though. It's modern day.
Well, I would hope they still have the doors.
Well,
but
Right. Yeah.
Now I feel like you guys. Now I feel like you guys are getting off your usual thing here because we're
You have
here.
to-
no, I
Well,
love it.
every once in
I
a
love to
while,
sexualize the moment.
every once in a while we have to reset it because sometimes we'll have a beer and we'll be like, "What's the problem?" And we'll kind of like we have to be like, "All right, what if we're
you got to put
this?
yourself in a spot where like, if I'm just sitting here, yeah, I'll probably just have another one. Well, it's like, well, what
Put
if you're
the
in this
emotion into
situation?
I mean, if they all cost the same,
right?"
It all costs the same. It's all in the house because you
flipped
gave them your
the-
ping.
then I'm going Jeremiah Johnson all day.
Jeremiah
baby.
Johnson.
all day.
right.
On
Yeah.
a scale of 1 to 10, what are you giving it?
Out of the other 2 choices,
Yeah,
a full 10.
a full
Okay.
10.
Yeah.
Full
Alright.
fucking 10.
I
Yeah.
feel like that was a poor scenario.
That's
Well,
what I'm saying.
what's another one? Did we just say
I'm just-
no scenario? I
No,
don't know.
I love it. We're riding with it.
Fucking around.
What's the probability of you guys wanting to drink it again?
What a concept.
I never thought of that.
We had a bar with full
all
hundreds of
hazy
taps.
IPAs. Just hazy IPAs. Just a bar of all like
Bunch of different hazes.
yeah, just pale ales, all the
Yeah.
pale ales, yeah.
And that's not hazy though.
I do like drinking this beer. I think I'd come back for it.
I love how you say
I think I'm gonna have 2 back to back, and then I might try something else.
Okay, so the
So-
probability to have a second is pretty.
Yeah,
I'll
I think
fucking
I'm
try
gonna like
something.
get 2 back to back, and then for the rest of the night, I'm gonna try other stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll give it like a 6.8.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
I like that. I like that.
There we go. We got there.
All right,
We got
Carl.
there. Sometimes
Right,
you got to bop around the room.
So
a
what's
little
your
bit.
scenario, bud?
I'll give it a 6.73
Hey, pretty good.
in any scenario
In any scenario.
Anyone.
in life.
Oh.
Chuck,
I mean, I feel like you guys are afraid to like just pick the same numbers. I'll go 6.8.
Yeah.
I feel like
Good
that's
number.
fair.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
that's
a good
fair.
number. It's a good number.
Pat's already gone.
I tell you what, I give this a 9.1. The reason I do that,
love the way you.
I
hold
like
up.
that.
the reason I say that is because I'm planning a trip to Montana,
Ooh.
and I might make a stop at the Jeremiah Johnson Brewing Company.
I think you have
If you
And
to.
I
do,
think
you
the
gotta take a pic.
probability is kind of high. So I'm going to give it closer to a 10. I'm going to give it a 9.1.
Let's go.
I think that's a number that I like talking about.
Jeremiah J, baby.
Salesman.
Jeremiah J, baby. Max, what are you thinking?
Man, I like it. I'm gonna go to my scenario with we're in the saloon, and
Drinking.
I really like a Busch Light apple. So
I
this
know.
is-
It's tough.
This is tough for me.
That's the Pat McAfee part I love, where everybody's like, ugh. Like every time you say like some of the clutch words, like drinking. Every time we're drinking, oof, whatever.
I'm gonna. Oh man. Well, it also depends on how long I've been riding my horse. No, I'm just kidding.
Your legs are chapped. Your
Dude,
back's
I'm
hurt.
kidding.
Dude, you can't drink and ride at the same time. Okay?
Hey,
Think about that.
The horse is auto steering, dude. It's its own being.
It's not.
I tell Carrots, hey, home.
Just take me wherever you want to go, horsey.
I'm gonna say, man. I think this. I'm gonna go 7.79.
7.79 or
No, it just has to be different.
Of course.
That's
gotta
okay.
be. No, it's a good score too, though.
It is. It is.
Overall, I think we're at least coming back for 1 or 2, maybe 3, maybe 3. Pat's
yeah,
going for a whole barrel.
1, 2, 3, maybe.
1, 2, 3, maybe.
Yeah, 1, 2.
You know,
3,
when I was
maybe.
out in Montana, I was at the breweries. They got a weird thing, right? They can only serve you, I think it's 32 ounces at each brewery. They hand you a slip of paper every time you order a beer. They write on it. They fill it out. It's like, all right, whether you order 12 ounces or 16 ounces, they keep track of it, and you can't order more than 32 ounces.
I already don't want to visit this state.
I know. It was bogus. I was shocked. But good thing you can just brewery hop. Then you just go to the next one once you fill your quota. But
Do they have liquor stores
Hey,
there?
there's
They do, and those are free. The bars and liquor stores are a free game, but the breweries, it's a tavern league thing.
Weird.
But what was I getting at? You get what are they called?
Growlers.
The growlers. They sell growlers there, and they'll fill it up for you so you can take it home with you.
Right? We do that here in this state.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Are you kidding me?
yeah.
I was there.
you just
I was
gotta
there.
ask.
I was asking my brother who lived there, and I was like, "What is this about?" He's like, "Well, you can only get 32 ounces, so you can bring it home." I was like, "That's weird to me because in Wisconsin I could just drink as much as I fucking want.
Right,
I don't
see,
need to bring it
The
home."
thing
with
is,
me.
is like you can go to a brewery here,
Yeah.
get a growler, set it aside, and be
Drink
like,
that growler.
I'm gonna
and
sit
then-
that's
here
true, that's
with
true.
it next
Yeah.
to me and be like, I'm gonna drink here while I have this to take home.
Yeah. See, I think I've always just gotten too fucked up to even know that's going on the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's
Well,
because it's like
that
why
must be
would I?
royally the fucked up then.
Well, 'cause
hey.
it's like why I'm gonna drink here and then
I got
It's like-
booze in the
but
car.
you
You're gonna
find
know
like
I'm
a-
drunk driving home.
You find a really like a good
just
beer you
evidence.
like. Yeah.
It's just evidence.
Just
Where were you?
have it-
Where were you? My mom's house. What's that growler, dude?
it's like having French fries in the car. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you have it
start taking a
belted
little
in
off the
too. You got
top.
the seatbelt over.
You expect me
so-
not to have a little bit on the way home?
Yeah, come on.
What's that growler doing next to you with a seatbelt on?
Why is it
Fill
half empty? They didn't fill it up.
Why is there a
I don't know.
4-foot straw?
It's like when I got sent home with a bucket of meatballs. Like, why is that bucket in it? Seatbelted in. I'm like, I didn't want it to go anywhere.
hey,
you know?
right.
Gotta say right by
fucking
me.
meatballs.
So we're up to chuggability, boys.
All right.
Yep, yep.
I think we gotta wait for old
We gotta wait
Patty
for
Ice.
Yeah, we gotta get Patty Ice.
Well, by the
back.
time we get there, he'll be back.
All right. Well, we do chug them all together.
we
Yeah.
got a little
So-
we got a little song for it.
We chug them together. We got a little song.
We got-
Is
We're a
it-
big-
but by the
big
way,
song
I have
show.
to ask:
It's
are
not.
all of these snippets made by the same person?
Nope.
They're not?
No,
just
no.
just the intro.
Just the intro?
Um,
Because I love the other one. that
The
you guys had.
beer of the week song
Yeah.
was recorded live.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
Beer of the
had
week was with a guest of ours we had on.
Doug Heim, same guy we did the live show with. He was here, and we were like, we don't really have a beer. He's like, well, let's make one.
Yeah.
So that was on the fly.
These
That was mid episode.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love
Awesome.
it, guys.
Cool. Episode 52. Check it out. It's
It's a great episode.
It's one of
Yeah.
our.
Is that where it came?
Yeah, that's where the
Alright.
beer of the week
52.
song. Yeah.
Rewind,
Yeah.
subscribe. Let's go back.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
All of it. All two
After
of it.
this one's over, though. After
Yeah,
this
right,
one's
right,
over,
right.
then go back.
Don't leave us yet.
Yeah.
Don't leave us yet.
Yeah.
So are
Yeah,
you?
This is gonna be.
So usually when you're drinking, are you drinking IPAs? Are you a big beer drinker? Are you more?
I'm not a big beer drinker, but when I do have beers, I am an IPA
Do you
guy.
have a favorite? Do you have a favorite IPA, hazy IPA?
You know what? I usually go for the double IPAs, like the yeah,
Like like a Sierra Nevada or Sierra Nevada.
Sierra.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's one of them. And there's actually one at McGinnis in downtown Appleton.
Okay.
Okay.
It's called the 547, I believe.
Okay.
Is that the area code down there?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. This
This is just a
this is all 920 area code.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
But that's actually a pretty smooth double IPA as well.
What is it, like 12%?
Yeah, like they got
No,
the
it's like 8.4.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Sierra
Okay.
Nevada has like the torpedo too.
Yeah. I mean, I've messed around with a lot of double IPAs. Like towards the end of my beer drinking, like I was just like, ow. I don't like beer that much, but I'm gonna drink beer that is gonna get me there as fast as possible.
Yeah. These will
But
do it.
then after a while, I went, I have to appreciate the taste as well.
Yeah.
And there are some IPAs that I do indulge in where I'm like, oh,
Yeah. We've had. I mean,
it's a little spicy on the tongue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this one right here, in terms of it's
Don't got too much. Yeah.
the drinkability is nice, the probability is nice. We'll get to the
Yeah.
next one.
Yeah.
And
We're chugging.
but in terms of that, this is very nice. So I've had some IPAs where I'm like, is it though?
Is it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm getting all the hit from it, like on your tongue, but not necessarily all the ABV. I'm just like,
I want that. I want that punch behind.
yeah, I want to know that I'm drinking.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that
make
apple
me
pie. It's like,
feel
this
it.
is way too smooth. We get me fucked
Yeah,
up.
yeah. So
So this next category, we're gonna try and put these back as much as you can, whether it's just a good lug or whatever it is.
Slam
This
'em.
is chuggability.
Hey,
Cheers,
boys.
Cheers, cheers. Oh, me wanna hide it. Oh, burns your tummy, do.
That's a rough one. Hey.
yeah,
I didn't think it was too bad.
Notice how
I mean-
ended real quick.
Mine's gone.
I didn't think it was too bad, considering for the 7%er.
7.3, huh?
What you got? What do you
I
got?
think that went straight to my head. I don't know my life.
Which head?
Both. Not a bad chugger. I mean, for an IPA, 7.2.
That's not bad.
If I had to chug a whole one, it would have been a different story. But not bad. I'll give it like a 5.99.
Oh,
I thought you were saying 7.2 was your
5.99.
score.
5.9.
nine.
I don't think these beers are built to be chugged.
No,
No,
I
these
don't
ain't
think so
chugging
either.
beers.
But
That chuggability looks like a nice price for it, though.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Sure, it's
$5.99.
triple the price.
All right, what do you got, Carl?
I'm gonna go. I'll go 5.43.
5.43.
All right, only because my score doesn't matter, and
Always
I'm
matters.
Yeah,
Everything you
everything
do
matters.
matters.
But also, I'm a bitch when it comes to chugging anything.
Sure.
Okay.
I've shotgunned like one beer, and it was a Busch Light in my life.
And
I
that-
barely
yeah.
made it through that. I'm not a chugger.
You're just a
chugger.
bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh,
Sorry, that was aggressive. That was aggressive. That was a shot.
These are our guests, J-Mo.
Laser weapon.
I'm just
Uh,
not kidding. It's okay.
because no, it's fine. I give it a 1.
Oh, my God. Off the Richter scale.
That's our lowest score. I think that's a
Holy
world record.
I think-
for
I think
the hold
that-
us accountable.
I
that-
don't chug shit.
Did that beat the Regal fucking
That might have beat a
chuggability?
Oh,
Regal,
my
dude,
God.
'cause
I was
Regals
gonna
you
give it a
actually-
0.1.
What?
Oh man.
I don't-
0.1.
I don't
didn't think it
chug
was that
anything.
bad.
I don't know what
Fair.
this
He
sound
just-
is.
Unless
but
if
it's gotta
it's
do
this bottle of
something.
Jaeger down behind me.
You can have
I
a
know,
take,
like,
chug
that's
some
at
of
a
that.
point
I know, like
Chug a little bit.
Listen to the death that I just put to this.
I think you have to drink some Jaeger after that.
Is it you I'm looking for?
This 7.3 ABV is too much. I'm at the door.
Hey, the man's honest. The man is honest.
that's what he
all I
wants.
can be.
And
Hey.
it's all
Hey.
dependent on the person.
I'm gonna call you
That's
honest,
all
not a bitch, like our asshole fucking co-host
Yeah.
over here.
I'm
saying
just here to
this.
ruffle some feathers. That's all right.
There's a reason why he's the CEO.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like to say something.
Don't you forget
Don't you fucking forget that.
I like this.
What do you got?
What do you got? 7.7? What is that?
I gotta hold this accountable first.
Oh.
5.991. 1.
The first.
See, he's doing it again.
Eat shit, Seamus.
I gotta tell you this though. I gotta say this. One thing I'd like to say: if this was a beer that I had to chug, I would not. I would choose something else. I like the beer, 9.1 probability behind again. My thing though with the chuggability, this is not the beer you want to chug. You want to chug like a Busch Light, a Bud Light,
Right.
But if you're strapped to a table, because picture this happens to us. You're strapped to a table.
I've been
There's
there.
a bunch of people.
I've been there.
They're like, you have to drink this. You have to drink this, and they start Those throwing are this down my usually throat.
Open your fucking mouth.
Yeah. I'll drink it, and it will go down decently. I do think it's very good. Obviously, 7.3.
That's usually what we do with our guests too.
feeling.
We fucking clear this table and we
Waterboard.
Yeah,
We just
waterboard.
waterboard.
rate it.
We've all been there.
Right.
But
Yeah,
no,
but not
honestly,
tonight.
somewhere between a 4 and a 6 is very accurate.
Yeah.
But 5.991 just because of ability to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love it.
I respect
You're
it.
off the Richter. You're 10 out of 10 for that.
Yeah, off the Richter scale,
Just-
man.
Oh shit.
You know, chuggability for me, it wasn't great, but you know, if you put your big boy pants on and you just power through,
yeah.
it ain't bad. I mean,
too bad.
It's not like my favorite thing I've ever chugged. I'd
Yeah,
much
of
rather
course.
pour this in a glass,
Yeah.
relax, have it at a bar while I'm watching sports.
Maybe around a fire with a
Sure.
cigar.
when I'm around a fire with a cigar.
Oh.
But yeah, definitely don't want to just like get me a can, start chugging. That's
Right.
for
No.
sure.
Right.
But with that being said, I'll say a 6.52.
6.5.
Ooh,
on the
highest
board.
one.
Don't you know?
Chug a lug, chug a lug.
Yeah. Grapevine innovation jar. Homemade and brought to school.
Fuck that,
I
teacher.
friend of mine after class. Man, this is food aside. We'll drink up what's left.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Last category.
Down with
Again,
tractability.
for the people that are watching, it is attractability of the can, not affordability as the
Yes.
screen reads.
And attractability is just, what do you think of the design of the can? If you're walking through the store, you don't know anything about this beer, and you just solely base it off what the can design looks like. Because, I mean, that's what I think 90% of the beers we've bought for the beer of the week were just, oh, that's a fucking sweet,
Yeah.
badass looking can.
Look at that can.
That's it. It's got to taste good, right?
Right.
Dude, all the brewers now, they do such a great job. Like I was down in Dayton last summer, and just seeing these cool, like, unique breweries and the artistical work on the side of the cans.
Yeah.
Every can was just out of this world.
Sweet.
Like if I was a brewery, I'd just put naked chicks on my
Yeah,
can.
just a set of tots.
right. Just big old double D's right on the can. I mean,
Yeah?
cans on cans. That's what
Hands
I,
on can,
What are
baby.
you gonna
Yeah.
call it?
What do you,
OnlyFans?
only
cans. Only cans.
Yeah, there you go.
Only cans.
Set us
only,
up.
only cans.
set us
Hazy
up.
IPA.
Only cans.
Looks like we're
squirting
brewing
on-
another beer.
We were set up. Okay.
Damn.
Oh, man.
All right.
All right. But this can overall, I mean, the can's pretty straightforward, pretty bland.
know
Nothing
what he was
crazy
doing.
going on. The only thing that I like truly enjoy about it is the guy drinking the beer. Like if I see Jeremiah, this is what I expect Jeremiah Johnson to look like. The dude on the can.
Yeah, is this
And
your uncle?
Anybody with the last name Johnson is obviously a good-looking guy. But I mean, like it is like okay. I think when I was in Montana, I picked out like 5 different beers, and I picked out cool-looking cans. I'm like, all right, I gotta pick something out that I think is gonna be good, not based on the can. But so the attractability for this one is gonna be a little lower, probably like a 5.4.
Okay.
5.4.
Okay.
This beer reminds me like I'm in the library at school and I'm
Drinking beer.
picking-
What are you thinking about?
I don't know. I gotta pick out a book about the Johnson family, and I don't know. It's boring to me. This is a boring. I mean, but
take
it's
us through your pros and cons list, though.
my
I will
pros and
say
cons-
though, it is green and yellow.
I mean, it's
Didn't think about
not
that.
really.
one. Just a little.
Is that green?
I think it's a.
I don't know. I
shady
don't think
green.
it's not an ugly can. I've seen
Where's
worse.
pine green?
It's like it's just like fine. It's good.
It's fine. It's
good.
okay.
It's fine.
Pine green with a piss
I've
yellow.
seen-
It's fine.
I think it's
A lot worse
it's,
cans. I've seen a lot worse cans.
It's
People who do too much and they're just like, ugh, what is that?
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I mean, I think it's a little better. I give it like a 5.78. I think it's above average. I think it's bland. I think that's what they were going for. It's just like a
straight to the point.
Yeah. We don't need no fancy
Not
shit
about
for
the
this
can.
beer.
It's about what's inside
Yeah.
the can.
Jeremiah Johnson was a guy of.
He was a simple guy.
He was a simple guy.
Didn't require
So-
much,
I'm
but he was a
just-
hardworking
Guys,
guy.
we're getting this feed in down from the field. Some people called him JJ.
Oh, JJ.
Jeremiah has a big
We're
Johnson.
getting another call in from the field. Pat's hit the pen too many times.
Chuck, what do you think, bud?
You know, honestly, I'm gonna. If I saw this can, the guy on the logo looks like somebody that I would like to post up to the bar next to.
he looks cool. He looks very cool.
And learn about his life.
Yeah.
And just take some stories from. The can is very simple. I don't need a lot of like flash and flare.
Sure.
The only takeaway I would have is this like bottom yellow part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if they just brought the green all the way down to the bottom
Yeah.
and kept it the same.
We're really
but
calling this
honestly,
green?
if I pass this in a in a cooler section, I would give this a solid what's the ABV 7.3?
Yeah. 7.3.
7.3.
One cool thing, if you look at Jeremiah's sunglasses, there's like an orange sunset and mountains in his sunglasses,
Ooh,
and he's got an
didn't even
orange
see
piece,
that.
I mean, this
piece,
guy-
piece
this-
of wheat hanging from his mouth.
This guy
I do
honestly
like that.
looks like
This guy
he's
fucks.
seen some shit, but
Man.
also he ain't done yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like
So-
he's like a hipster Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
So,
this guy fucks.
Yeah, my only takeaway from this was the bottom part of the yellow, and if it went all the way down green, it would have gotten a higher score. But 7.3, because
Still-
that guy
yeah.
on there looks like I want to hang
I
out
agree.
with him.
Yeah.
Still good. I mean, 7.3, great score.
Good score.
you what, brother.
There we go.
I tell you what.
Oh man. I wish I could like the Bulls intro music. I wish I could have that for,
Yeah, every
for
time
Pat
you
right
do.
now.
I love the flavor. I love the tickle. I love the opportunity that I could think of just laying by a river in Montana
There we go. There it is.
in the middle of summer.
Amen.
Middle of
Based
summer.
out of New
60
England.
It's 67 degrees on it. Based
See,
on
New
that's
England.
Montana.
See New England in the
It says
in the-
Montana right on the
in the
front.
horizon.
It's New England
Yeah.
style.
laying in it by a
Yeah.
river in
But I'm saying
Montana.
I'd be laying over there and somebody
Mountains
come
out
up
of the
to me.
way.
It's like, hey, do you want this New England style beer? And I'd be like, I've heard of that before.
So
I
you
will
want
drink
this?
that, and it's like it's going down my throat.
So you want this guy on here laying next to you by the river, being
well,
like, "Drink
so here's
this,
the other end of that
drink this."
is that I will never, ever, ever drink this again outside of that scenario.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's a zero.
As long as
Whoa.
Jeremiah.
However,
Whoa.
I'm going
Wait
to
a
be
minute.
out there, so we're giving this an overall accusation of accumulation
Oh,
based
oh
on the
my God.
predictability of the quadratic formula. If I was a B minus 4AC over 2AB squared.
What are you doing? AI?
Oh no!
over
By
here?
the way,
Okay.
he's released a
So-
book tonight.
So
Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow.
I give it a 6.1 because I will drink it again on the West Coast, but I probably
Is that
won't
based
like-
off the can though?
I probably won't go. Yeah, when I'm in wherever this is, I'm sure I'm going to be sitting in a little side hut
I'm
next
laying
to
by a
the.
river.
I'm going to be giving a people are going to be
Stream.
giving a speech about the,
Yeah,
the
he's laying
water
in
and
the
the waves and the history of the
Fishing for copperhead.
Yellowstone.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Jeremiah.
beaches in Montana.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Well, no,
They're a
like
little
the
rocky, but-
streams coming through off the mountains,
Yeah.
the runoff of the snow.
Can I point something out on this can that I've never seen before?
Sure, you done
It-
it before. Let's
I-
do it again.
Thank you, Shane. On the can,
You sure can.
if you look at the can on the side, it says "roll can before enjoying."
Oh.
So I think we fucked this whole beer up.
Whoa.
Maybe that's why
is
it
that
was so
is that
warm.
like when you see
I
a
think
coffee
I-
that you
It's
buy?
like when you're smoking a
I think
Camel
I did it
Crush and
right.
it says "crush the tip before smoking." So I think we just fucked this beer up.
Damn.
But it's all right.
Either way,
I like your analogy way
Yeah.
better than mine.
Yeah.
Like when you get a coffee
Yeah.
and it's like shake gently.
Yeah, shake gently.
But you're just like, no, when you get a Camel Crush and you don't crush it
Yeah.
before you smoke it, it's obviously not
Yeah.
the same.
exactly. Yeah.
I don't smoke. But
I'm gonna
damn,
have to
that
have
was nice.
another now.
Oh,
We're out, but we're out.
You're gonna have to go to Montana
Alright.
for some more of these.
All right, so
all right.
All right, Max.
Max.
Finish this off.
All right, here we go. I like that they put the ABV and the IBU right on the can, right up front.
Here we go.
Love
That's
it.
something not a lot of not a lot of brewing companies do. They put it some will put it somewhere. Some put the ABV up front.
Usually
very
hide
rarely,
it on you.
Very rarely do you see the IBU up front. Now, obviously, that doesn't grab your eye because it is a smaller text, so it's not like you're walking past and it's just going to be like, whoa, But if you're a bit of a connoisseur and you stop and you kind of look through beers, that would grab your eye.
Mm-hmm.
But like everyone has said, it is a little plain, a little bland. But I do like it's a little different. I'm gonna go 6.81.
6.
You know, now that I look at the can, there's a lot of information on here. There's like 12 fluid ounces, SRM 4.5.
Do you want to revisit? Or
Well, no, but
no,
like
he said what he said.
things I haven't seen before, like
said what
4
he said.
MI barley malt, 4 MI water.
true.
What does that shit mean? Anyway, hey, what a beer. What do we got?
Anyway,
Hey.
let's see. We'll
Oh,
rate
that
these
was
up.
great.
So this obviously doesn't have Chuck's and Pat's scores in here. It probably would have boosted up a little bit. But with our scores, it came out to a total of 6.87 overall. I mean,
good.
tasty
That's not
beer.
bad.
No, it's great beer.
I loved it.
Great tasty beer.
I loved it.
Great tasty beer.
Jeremiah Johnson.
Jeremiah Johnson.
I love beer.
Hazy IPA, 7.3 ABV, 40 IBUs.
I love beer.
4 MI barley malt, 4 MI
beer.
Go to Montana, bring them to me, bring them to you.
Cheers, fellas. Cheers, 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 cheers. Beer of the week.
Beer of
All
the
right.
week. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, God damn it.
Ah.
So that's the beer of the week. Best for first. We got that out of the way. Now the rest of the show is downhill from here.
Oh,
What?
it is?
Other than
Welcome to
our
the
two
fucking
guests that
show.
we've got. Yeah, fuck me. All right. We've
Just
got
trying to help.
No, we've got we're very excited to have these two guys in the studio with us. Obviously we've had Pat in here before. Chuck is your first time in the stew.
Yeah, man.
And,
Welcome, dude. Welcome. Thank
mean,
you for coming, both of you.
I saw Chuck before I ever met Pat. Like I saw you at Skyline before, I knew you were even, anything about you or Pat or anything. I just seen you performing at Skyline.
Yeah, same. Before
know?
I knew that we had the same connection.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like it's pretty cool to have you in the
Really
stew
is.
with us, and
Thank you.
I just to talk about you're on a comedy tour, man. It's
Yeah.
badass.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a comedy tour. Me and 3 other guys that just decided, hell's bells. We're not really getting booked a lot of places, but sometimes you just have to do your own thing. And so we took 4 guys that had the same vision, but are really 4 different very people. There's one guy that is married but has no kids. Then you have a guy that's married and has kids, another guy that's married and has kids, and then there's one guy that has kids and is not married.
okay.
So we're all just trying to figure out in very different age ranges. Like I'm the oldest one. No, I'm not the oldest one actually. The second oldest one on the tour. So, we have
Who's on the tour with you? Who are you doing this with?
Yeah.
Cash Money Carl.
Yep.
And
Shout
then-
out.
Shout out to Cash Money Carl. I think you guys may have seen him before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've seen it at Skyline.
And then Ross Rooster Huff is
Shout
on
out.
there. Yep. Shout out. And then
Lots of
Dean
cock.
Berg.
Shout
okay,
out.
yeah,
Yep.
Dean. Yeah.
And they, Carl and Dean used to run an open mic in Fond du Lac because they lived near that area.
Okay.
And they called it the Funny Money Open Mic.
Oh, okay.
And
I like that. Yeah,
the
yeah,
venue
yeah.
that was, they were running at weekly was like, oh, this is not really doing what we were hoping.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we kind of, we all came together and re-looked at it and was like, well, what if we just opened up our tour there?
Okay.
And our first night there was Black Friday
Okay.
at a pretty much sold-out show.
Hell yeah.
And it went so well that now the venue's like, what if we do this quarterly?
Okay.
And that's really fun. And through that, we've just been trying to find other venues, not just necessarily in Wisconsin, but beyond Wisconsin. But we're in the start out, so our next one is at the fire company in Sturgeon Bay, the Door County Fire Company, and then Cranky Pat's in Neenah.
And what are these dates? What are the dates? And
So December 30th is the one in Door County,
Okay.
and then January 12th is the one in Neenah at Cranky Pat's.
Nice.
And then we have one more after that, February 3rd, that is at Angie's Bar in Oshkosh.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. So is this your first time kind of doing a little bit of a tour or a little?
Yeah, I think it's the first time for two of us. You know, Carl's been a part of a little tour before that. Ross has been all over the country because of just everything that he's been doing. He's probably the most seasoned one of all of us. You know, he's taken me along to a couple of shows just to try to get me out there more, and I appreciate all of that. And so we're just and any time that we get shows lined up, you know, we ask each other, hey, can you guys do this? Trying to get the tour together, but if we can't, then we present those opportunities. If we aren't, you know, if we're already busy with something else, then we'll start there and branch out. And it's been really awesome to just much like what you guys are doing here.
Yeah.
You know, hold us accountable. It's kind of like, hey, we're all bringing up these opportunities to each other first, and then from there, if we can't do it, then we'll branch out to other people.
See who else wants to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You
And
know.
I have a question about it. So this is different than, obviously it's not an open mic. So you're doing longer than 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
How long are your sets usually?
So for this tour, I guess I would say for the average show, you know, you have your host who does 10 minutes. Sometimes you have a guest spot that does 5. Then you have a feature that does 25. And then you have a closer that does 30.
Okay.
What we're doing for this tour is we're all doing 20.
Okay.
But we're all shifting on who opens in each spot. Okay. But we also have this voting system, which I think is very cool. So whoever does the best that night, whoever got voted to be the favorite that night, gets to be the closer. And we have this little cheese belt.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, nice.
to help push each other.
Yeah, a little bit of motivation.
Yeah.
Friendly competition.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. And, you know, I don't go into it thinking, oh, I'm going to be the best one. You know, I was the opener for the first one. And then Dean ended up winning the belt that night. Carl couldn't actually perform because he had lost his voice. So we actually haven't done a full tour yet with all of us. But he won the voting, and it's just to me, it's a fun competition because I'm not going to get salty. All I'm going to think is, how do I get better to, you know, win that belt? Now, maybe if it happens a few times in a row, I might start feeling bad.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if somebody else does,
Right.
you know. But if somebody else wins a few times in a row and I'm not the winner, all that's going to do for me is it's going to
drive you some more,
it's-
yeah.
And we're all such good friends that there's not going to be any form of jealousy in there. You know what I'm saying?
So going into a 20-minute spot, I mean, obviously that's probably different from doing open mic at Skyline or the Ambassador. What's your what is your strategy? Or how do you go about writing a 20-minute set? Are you a pen to paper type of guy? Are you on the phone? Is it just throughout the day you think of ideas, plot them down, or how do you come up with your work?
It's actually all of the above. I used to have this notebook that I apparently lost. It was like a joke writing notebook, and I would just write down my ideas. And I'm of that generation where if I write it down, then it kind of sticks up here more.
Yeah.
But throughout the day, I will also write down ideas on my phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then try to write them. And then I also have a Google Drive of everything that I've done.
Okay.
You know, that type of thing. So trying to get a tight 20 minutes, I've lost some material that I used to do.
Yep.
And then I look back in my Google Drive, I'm like, damn, I used to do that, and it was good.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, well, then how do I add that in? And then all of a sudden, that's how you start building on that 30 minutes. And it just, it really just takes concentration, time, and organization. And
think a bit of empathy too.
Yeah, and
You know, like to be in the crowd, like what's gonna
Okay.
make me laugh?
I thought you were.
well, yeah,
Pat.
and that's the other thing is like over the last few times that I've done it, there's been a huge, surgent of crowd work.
Oh yeah,
know?
yeah. That's
I did
fucking
a
all the rage right now.
me and one of the guys from the tour. We did a corporation corporate party last Friday, and it was one of the worst experiences I've ever had.
So it was like a holiday party, and you
it
had
was
you
a
guys
company holiday party,
And you guys-
Can you say the company or no? Can you say the
no,
industry?
I shouldn't.
Can you say the industry?
It was banking.
Oh, okay.
had, so you guys were
Broad
brought there
enough.
to basically put up, just do a show and probably like
Be
crowd
court
pick.
jesters.
So
Sisters.
the thing is I joined this website. It's called The Bash, and you can find any sort of entertainment you want, like musicians, magicians, comedy, whatever you want,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
And this lady hit me up right away, and they had this budget, and I just threw out this ridiculous number, like $50 less than their budget. And they're like, oh, that sounds good. So I called her up, and I went, by the way, like, we're not racist, we're not sexist, we're not political, but we are a little R-rated.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. We get down there, waiting in line to get some wine, and one of the people that works there who has seen this happen before, and they're like, oh, by the way, nothing over-sexual. And I went, well,
Well,
Oh,
it's too late.
boy.
Yeah.
there goes fucking half my say.
All right. Let's throw my notebook out.
And so...
Fuck.
Yeah, we did our set. Went up to the lady. She wanted to do something afterwards. Went up to the lady and she went, never mind.
Did you get was there any pops? Did you get a good?
There
Or
were
was it
a
a
few people that stuck around the whole time, like younger people.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh my God, like, if we weren't here with that company,
We'd be laughing.
Yeah.
you guys were awesome. You know,
Yeah,
that type
yeah,
of thing.
Yeah.
So I went up to her and I apologized. She went, oh, you're a little too much. And I went, well, do you still want to do the thing at the end? She goes, no. And I went, all right. I turned to my buddy and I was like, let's just get the hell out of here.
Yeah, honestly.
And we
What
still
a-
we
got
still
paid.
got we
Yeah.
got paid.
Hey.
Right.
What a-
but that's never the point. Like you always just want to deliver. You
Yeah.
always just want to like make everyone happy.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that I've booked something like that. And I got a message on the website where it's like, oh, we reached out to the person to leave your review, and I was like, could you not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Please
Yeah.
don't.
But what a
Please
what a
don't.
spot what a
could you
spot to
not?
put
Just
yourself
don't.
in though. Like that's
Don't.
the most vulnerable position. Like
Oh,
a
man.
company outing. You know nothing about them.
Right.
I mean that's gotta do.
You even gave him some preliminary warnings
And then
too,
we-
like,
no.
hey, like we're not gonna touch these, right?
And then we get there, and the one dude that is standing behind me in line's like, oh, I've seen a couple of these shows before. You guys are gonna do a lot of sexual stuff? I'm like, maybe.
Yeah,
He
right.
goes, I'd steer away from it. I'm like, we're
Alright.
fucked.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
You don't have sex ever, bud?
Actually, one dude came up to us and he enjoyed us, but he went, hey, if your friend doesn't want to finish, like, you guys can just leave. There's never a better feeling
Right.
of doing comedy.
All right, hey,
Jesus.
call us next year.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
You know what the shitty thing is it's the best paying gig that I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want that review because it's
No.
the first one
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this
yeah.
website.
Yeah.
And now people are going to be like, one review, 0 stars.
Like,
Right.
fuck,
Fuck.
dude.
He
So
was
Those damn corporate people. Like, everybody wants to laugh, but they can't
But they
because
can't.
they're
Yeah,
around their
that's a good
peers.
point.
You know what I mean?
And the thing is I put my videos on this website
Right.
so people can know what type of comedy that I'm
Yeah.
bringing.
You'd think they'd look at it, but no.
No, they don't.
Of course.
No.
They just look at the number, the dollar sign, like, oh, we can do that.
Yeah. So then I got another lead for a what is it? For the sheriff's department gala
Oh, dude, that probably a better crowd.
of Dane County in Madison.
Oh.
Jesus.
I went, could you please just make sure you watch over my videos before
Right.
we go through
yeah.
with this?
Like, are you?
They haven't gotten back to me since.
Yeah. Like,
And it's not like I don't think I'm that over the top, but
No.
I'm not I'm not,
If we're gonna make
I'm not
jokes, we're gonna
I'm not
make
PG,
jokes.
but I'm R-rated. But I'm also, I don't
Right.
touch on.
This isn't the Disney
politics-
Channel.
yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean? Like
Right,
you're
right,
hiring comedians and
Yeah.
like
That's
come on,
crazy.
like everybody,
Loosen up.
loosen up.
And
a
it's
little.
Wisconsin. Like what? Like I feel like we're pretty. I mean,
I did some fun crowd work that night too, because there was one old guy that was just like clapping. I'm like, "Sir, how you feeling?" He's like, "I'm trying to go." I went, "I am too."
like me.
Trying to.
I'm trying to, bud. You
Yeah.
know, like you could just feel that. I did 20 minutes there. About halfway through, you could just feel the people just.
Yeah.
And
then, like
then
halfway through your set, how do you get through that one? You
and
already
then my
know,
friend had to go on
ah.
after that.
God.
So before we move on, I'm curious, real quick, with you. When did comedy? When did you start doing comedy? When did this become
Yeah.
big
Oh,
for you?
Well, I started in like late January, early February of 2020.
Okay.
All right.
So, like, I can physically say I've been doing it for 4 years, but then we had the pandemic.
Yep. Right.
And so, 6 weeks after I started,
Yeah, for real.
Things were shut
Basically
down.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, you had that dream, huh? Not anymore.
yeah.
but then what was nice is that Northeast Wisconsin was really the wild, wild west.
yeah.
Where after like by mid-June, everyone was like, no, we're actually just going to start opening up.
dude.
We went to a show there with Josh Blue. Right?
Well, even before that, me and his brother and his brother's wife, we went to a Mark Norman show at Skyline. Packed.
Yeah.
Like June 2020, packed. They were like, get to your table and then take your mask off, and it was like, okay.
Yeah, close as this.
So
yeah.
when
I was from me to just strangers. Like
Yeah.
it was like this.
So when I first started, like, we had people coming up from Chicago, Madison, Milwaukee, coming to Skyline because it was the only and biggest open mic that you could go to because
sure.
everything in those areas were shut down for so long.
Yeah, Illinois was bad. Madison was bad.
Yeah. And it was wild. It was wild. Like, we're just like hanging out like, oh, nothing ever happened.
For
And they're
real.
like-
Right.
They're like, we can't even go to a grocery store,
Yeah.
Like,
It's like
Welcome to Skyline,
did
bitches.
I was
yeah.
laughing.
Welcome to Northeast
I was,
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I was open mouth laughing with a stranger. We were basically
that
just
that Josh Blue show was
Yeah, you're basically
mid,
kissing.
yeah,
like,
mid COVID, and we were packed
Oh
shoulder
my
to shoulder,
God.
and it was an fucking
Dude,
phenomenal.
that show. I mean, Mark Norman was hilarious, but then the next year,
I love Mark Norman, by the
Yeah.
way.
but Josh Blue it was packed. I mean, people were standing up, just
Yeah.
like going,
Dude,
raising. It was
Josh Blue was fucking
insane.
phenomenal.
But yeah, so
Well,
I mean, so
By the way, I just
yeah.
wanted to say, I know it's not just about me
Yes,
tonight.
yes.
We have
well, we'll
the
get
other special guest here.
we'll get to him.
Oh, okay, you get to
We'll,
him.
we'll get to him. We'll get to him.
We'll get to that part.
We'll get to that part.
Pat, you got to
Hey, ladies and gentlemen,
The man of the hour.
the man of the hour, dude.
Hey,
The
you're right.
man.
The guy,
With
a
the
guy
big
who has
release.
helped us out
Phenomenally.
phenomenally, man.
Where-
A guy
where's
who's
the
put
book?
us on. And one of the biggest reasons we're here is, I mean, you wrote a fucking book, Pat.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, this is
And it's like
huge. This has got to be one of the biggest things. You got to be most proud about this. I mean, I can't imagine the journey to get to where you are now with this book.
Yeah, I appreciate those words in the lead-in just because it's like this is something that's so special to me that took me so long that in June.
Yeah.
I was like, "What's that fucking noise?" I looked over.
Oh.
Shit.
You're crinkling your microphone.
Oh, dude, I'm
In
sorry.
June, I had reached out to. So you can't hear me anymore.
No, you're good. You're good, bud. You're good, bud.
In June, I'd reached out to a couple people and gotten this book that I thought was so cool and so special. Where I don't know if I should leave too far back, but before that, thinking about the big thing we were talking about when we got in here. Let's go all the way back. when I first walked in, I said, a lot of people want to write a book, and you take a lot of time.
Did I do it again?
Just a
I
little
don't have
bit.
headphones. I can't hear myself. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really sorry. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on right now.
You're good. You're good.
So it's like, what do you write the book about?
Pat, you want to hit the pen again?
Yeah. What do you write the book about? And over a lot of time, I've just taken so many notes and have read so many different things where I'm trying to think back to the initial question of trying to bridge it back. But either way, just talking about the book, like when you finally, I think this was it. When you finally have this product in your hands,
Yes.
and you can hold on, physically feel it. You know, you see. I've gone through grade school and middle school and high school, and you read a book, and you feel you can read the book,
Right.
and until you actually as obviously I've written a book now, it's like to see what it took to get through that entire process. Just physically getting started is I want to say 90% of it, but that's like 80, 70. Okay, like 30% of it is just physically making the decision to start, because obviously there's so much after that.
Mhm.
But so much of it is like, what am I going to do it on? And the big thing I'm talking about this book is Chuck was mentioning throughout the night, some sort of unrealistic future of, AI and some crazy envision. It's like, that's not at all what I want to talk about in the book at all. All I want to talk about in the book is that AI is coming. It's going to be here, and everybody's argument that people talk about, it's like, oh, this is going to happen to AI. Like, all of these different arguments are valid. Like, every single one of them is valid. They're reasonable arguments, and there's something to pay attention to. But every single one of them, every one, is the exact same argument that could be made about like what's going on today or like yesterday. AI is going to take over the world. It's like, yeah, we're all killing each other every day. Like, we do this all the time. So just to talk throughout the entire book, not just about this beautiful future, and in this future of like life getting easier and easier and easier, to still see the struggle that we're going to face in these better times, because we're not going to understand what we're trying to go towards just in where we are today. And the reason I continue throughout the entire book, I talk about the history of the world, the last 6,000 years that we've been writing things down. And 6,000 years ago, that's it. Like, that's the history of humanity. And throughout the entire history, we've been doing all this different stuff and going to war and killing each other. I just watched Lex Friedman podcast, Elon Musk, like a couple weeks ago, and Elon Musk talks about like we will always be at war. Like, we'll always be at war. There's just no way we can't be at war. And you see a lot of the people out there that talk about like where we're at in humanity and how we could possibly avoid a war. And it's like we've always been doing these different things. And so like jumping into this book, I just like to show a different way, and I like people to believe in this unique way. Like most people don't understand that there is another way, and Occam's razor is the simplest path. I think all of us know where the future's heading. I don't want to throw Putin under the bus, because I don't know if he's a good guy or bad guy. He's not going to come after any of us for any reason, because we're not saying anything bad about him. But I was watching today, dude, he's been president since 1999.
Wait, did
For
you say you
24 years.
don't want to throw Putin under the bus?
I don't want to say anything bad against him for physically reasons of being on the
He
air.
doesn't-
But
He doesn't listen to this. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't.
But he might. We have a lot of presence in Russia. We keep
24
getting
years.
sound checked in
all,
Russia.
all I'm
so.
just saying, and I'm not even
That's
throwing
true.
him in
That's
the.
true.
It's like you just need a checks and balances system. Like, even in the United States, like, we need to utilize this all the time. Of like
Yeah.
when we follow our own belief system, our head gets crazy.
Right. And I just want to jump in here real quick. It's like when a lot of people think about AI, they think about the movies that have come out and how AI is going to come into this world. It's going to turn against us, and it's going to take over. It's going to kill us, all these different things. And are you talking about, like, in this book, like different ways that we can use this aside from killing, like you're saying, this isn't, AI isn't meant for killing, taking over, but there's useful ways. I mean,
So
for some people there are. So for some people there are. But like in this book, do you talk about ways that we can use this in other ways to benefit us throughout our lives?
Yes. So the entire belief in the book is how do we create a future filled where no one lacks food, water, or shelter. And in that way, there's so much to that where a lot of people trash the United States all the time. And, it's like, I don't want to get too deep into what I was going to say there, but a lot of people trash the United States. Like, the United States is a melting pot of the entire world. Like, we're people from everywhere. And, like, if you want to trash it, sure, go for it. But, like, we are the ones that can create a better future.
Yeah.
And you take a guy like me that, I got C's, D's in my language arts classes, and I was able to write a book, obviously based with some of the tools around me, but, like, I love to write. And the fact that the world around me is like, you're not going to be a writer. I don't know if I am, but I hope that people do enjoy this book because it's got a lot of good points in it. And the biggest thing that I'm excited for with this book coming out is, like, this is the, I mean, do we still have the book? Here, I'll give it to him.
Here you go.
So I gave them this book, Quantum Beliefs, Future of Sustainability Utilizing AI, out on Amazon now. Already have over 60 orders.
Nice.
That's
Amazon, huh?
breaks my record for 2-3 months.
So Bezos gave that the okay, huh? He said, all right, we'll sell some AI books.
Oh yeah. And
He probably loves it.
we're excited. We're gonna have the Audible version out, and guess who's gonna be talking?
Oh,
Guess who's gonna be doing the Audible?
yes.
And
Yes,
so
dude.
that's the cool part about the
I'll
audio.
buy it then.
Is that
Yeah.
this is going to be just like Chuck was talking about on that website. The big thing I'm telling to you guys is, like, we're going to get these opportunities. We're going to get these opportunities over and over and over again. Are we going to show up and are we going to knock them out of the park? And the big thing with me is, like, on this Audible book, I'm going to be recording this as if an audition for recording more. I picture myself traveling the country the next 2 years and the world, 2025, 3 months in Europe. I want to be writing my next book and write my next book and write my next book. And it's like, this is just the big start of it. And my next book is titled, Don't Learn to Solve Problem. I'm sorry, Jesus. Don't learn to be smart. Learn to solve, and then in parentheses, the right problems. And it just talks about, like, so many people learn for information, like understanding Jeopardy questions or whatever. And the bigger part of it is learning to understand what the problem really is and how to attack it. And so, like, going through hundreds of scenarios throughout
So
this.
you already got another book
Yeah.
in the works?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's badass, man.
And that's where I want to be, and I'm going to spend a couple weeks. And I finished this book in Phoenix. Big shout out to Isaac, freaking stud Chowski.
Shout
He's
out.
in here.
Shout out.
Hey,
Shout out.
Ingrid,
Isaac.
you are.
So when do you? What?
Ingrid, you have the body of a goddess and a. Sorry, I love you.
Big.
Take a moment.
So you went down to
Sexy.
Phoenix and
Yeah.
and you had you had a buddy help publish it or what?
No, so that was the end.
Body
Of,
of
that
a
was the end of the
goddess.
journey. This is back in November.
Right.
I went on that trip and I said, I'm going to finish this book. So I had a beautiful view of the Denver, Colorado skyline.
Okay.
And I sat there and I was up there and just editing, because I had the whole book done. I had the whole book edited once. And then I'm sitting up there and I'm on final revision. And I'm like, this is it. This is the final trip. And I'm looking over the skyline. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
beautiful. I look over here. It's the mountains. It's like waking up, 4th story of this super nice, Airbnb. That's where I want to finish it. I didn't end up getting it done. Then I went to Phoenix on Sunday, and I had 4 days there. Spent with Chowski. Chowski, big shout out to you.
Chowski.
Shout out.
Dude,
Chowski.
we had a mini golf in the backyard. I should say I was there by myself, but he came out and visited during the journey. But in the morning, just like sitting out there in the sun, and I had my laptop out there on the deck, like just completely getting through the rest of the book. Like,
Hell yeah, dude.
it was so just engaging. I was like, I'm going to remember this as I'm talking about this book, because all of those moments talking about this vision of a beautiful future, I feel like people need to hear that. I feel like people need to hear, like, there is a possibility of a bright world in front of us.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look like it, when you
Well, it
open
is-
up the news.
It is no, but to your point, I mean, it is scary thinking about. I mean, buzzword AI, right? But I feel like it's kind of a broader term for just like technology in general. Like, if you can think about it more of in terms of just like technology advancing, and sure, let's for right now, and obviously we all AI is the thing, but what technology branches off of AI and what will come of that? You know, like there's a lot to it, and it is scary. Like even for me, like I'm 30 years old, I should be like primed, ready to take this on, but I'm like, dude, I don't want to fucking touch AI because it's too much. It's not that it's like I don't think there's advantages or anything, but it's like it's a little daunting. It's too much. It's how do you grasp it? How do you? When does it stop? When does it start? You know what I mean? So
Max, I love that you say that because that's exactly the point of this book where I take back into like why is this important? And the first chapter of the book is technically the prologue, but the first chapter is from the birth of Christ to, God damn it, I should know the word for word, but from the birth of Christ. So we're going back over the last 2,000 years, and we're talking about from the birth of Christ to the birth of AI. And we're talking about these last 2,000 years, and we're talking about the last 6,000 years, actually, we talk about in the book. And we're just talking about the importance of, like, understanding that, like, people have a vision of here, people have a vision of here and here, and no matter what, it's coming. Like, we know that some of this future is coming or whatever, and the reason for why it's coming. Because if everything was so perfect and everything was so great, like I always hear all the time, like it was way better back then, or things are better back then or whatever. Right. If things are so good then, like they wouldn't have changed where they're today to get better. Sure. And I'm not like throwing anybody on the bus. I understand a lot of good things there. But throughout the entire book, like I love that you said that because the whole importance of this book is explaining that humans need to augment their lives with artificial intelligence and the reasons behind, like in each subject, talking from law enforcement
you're trying to ease the scare of what a lot of people think this could lead to, right?
I'm trying to show a way that I believe that we need to move into the future.
Right. Yeah. So ease the scare.
Like, because I'm not necessarily for AI or against AI in any sort of way. I'm just more so like saying that I believe that we need to utilize AI to do these things in the right way that we haven't done in the past and we haven't been able to.
Is there anything
like traffic law like lights?
I was just gonna say, is there an example you could give, not gives away the whole book or anything, but just an example of like how AI is being used or can be used on a simple, like, let's wrap our heads around this scale.
I mean, the big thing for me to start would probably be like traffic lights before ideally, when I talk about the transportation book, and one quick thing for anybody out there, I know there's a handful of people that will actually read this book, but I dive into being a podcaster. I dive into a little bit where it's that Hollywood feel, where the beginning part of because the whole book starts. The only way I can make this make sense is like Hollywood, where like 2 pages, 3 pages are this fairy tale world that we live in the future. Then it cuts into like an overview of education, transportation, train systems, mental health. Like it cuts into a big overview, and then it dives into tons of like studies and different stuff on the chapter after that. Okay. And in each part of that, I feel like it allows to get the readers just engaged into this.
It's relatable
mindset, maybe.
Yeah, just to be able to envision this future that they want to envision. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily don't follow word for word everything I'm saying, but to envision this future where it's like, hey, we do have a chance. We do have an ability to move forward. We do have a positive future as long as we work with empathy. And AI can play a pivotal, that's only funny for anybody that follows me on TikTok, role into our future because it can augment our lives in like making us not do the repetitive shit that we don't want to do anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
No, that's it. Yeah, the repetitive shit we don't want to do anymore. It's like we want to focus on being the creative souls, like observers of the universe. We are the fourth dimension. We're the only thing that can just sit. We can stand.
We don't want to be worried about laundry. We don't want to worry about dishes.
We
don't
can
want to
watch
worry
a sunset. Like we can like take that and be like, wow, that's beautiful. Like, do you think a squirrel is just like, oh my god, like look at that sunset?
Let an AI robot worry about my fucking my grass that's too long. Some people like to cut it themselves. But some people would
take that away
but
from
some
me, man.
people
But
some people
I'm sorry.
But some people are like, I don't want to worry about that. And I don't know how to not worry about that. I don't want to worry about laundry. I don't want to, and maybe that's not even where you traffic lights.
No.
I don't want to worry
That's
while
what
I'm
I'm
driving to
talking about.
work. I don't want to worry about I hit 8 red lights on the way. I want to know
And nobody's there at the cross.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have studies in here about how much time is wasted, how much money is wasted. It's in the trillions of dollars at stoplights. Like all this shit. I love it. I love that you're wandering off into Neverland because it's like, let your mind wander in this book of like, hey, where can we solve these problems? And why can we solve these problems? How can we solve these problems? And why should we not be focused on a lot of the bad stuff? Because Occam's razor makes us choose the easiest path. Right now, the easiest path is, I don't get too deep into anything dark, but the easiest path is the way that people choose to live their lives. Let's make it a better path where you actually have these opportunities. People do have these opportunities now. They don't even realize it. Into the future, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, like, we're going to just, everything is going to make so much more sense based on how we augment the world. But you guys are all right. Every opinion, negative, is so valid, and they're important. Musk talks about a lot. He's like, this needs to be regulated. We need to talk about this a ton. And how do we progress forward needs to be very slow. But again, in this book, it just talks about the importance of why we need to be moving in a different direction, because we just look at the world around us.
So Pat, where can we get this book?
Oh, do you?
A Future of Sustainability Utilizing AI Quantum Beliefs.
Amazon.
Where can we get this?
Amazon, the old trusty Amazon has it in paperback for $16.99. Hardcover right now is on sale. That isn't news to me.
What about a digital download?
Digital download $8.99 on Kindle.
On Kindle?
Yeah.
And
what about Google? Can you do it on Google?
No, I'm just on Amazon.
So when
Sounds
so
pretty
you're gonna be doing I'm a big books on tape type of guy.
Yeah.
Audiobook.
Yes.
Audiobook.
I'm a big
That's how you say it
audiobook.
these days.
So
Audiobook.
Yes,
Check out
yes.
my profile,
Yes.
Pat O'Connell 41 on Fit Patches 1, 2, 3. Check out my profile if you're ever trying to get an audiobook published.
Under Pug as well?
Pug?
Yeah. Is this under Pug as well?
No,
You have your own Facebook for this.
I don't know. Maybe.
AI probably took care of
Good
it.
salesman on that.
But I will be recording it. It will be live on Audible. And when I put it live on Audible, we're going to do a grand launch with all the copies of the book, because I'll have them by then. We'll have the audio version out. And I'm super excited to just really get this book launched, to get my voice out there where, like we were talking about, traveling, doing a lot of stuff. I can record other people's books.
And actually, real quick, though, you said this launched when? When did this launch?
Today.
Today.
3 hours
Today.
ago.
And how many are sold already?
Over 60.
Over 60. It's a hot copy.
And,
Let's go.
So I wanna get down a little bit to the bare bones of this process. I have questions. So when did this become an idea? When were you when was it? Hey, I'm gonna write a book. This is what I want to write a book about.
Yeah.
And what was the start of it?
Yeah. So there was like 4 or 5 years ago, I thought of writing a book, and then you thought about, like, do you make it about yourself? Do you make it about like something you did? Do you make it about like something you're trying to do? Do you make it about? It's like there's so much.
I'm sorry. Why are you writing a book? Where are you? What, like, is it? You're in the.
I feel like us. Like, I love Seamus said last week on air. He talked about that this podcast was a journal Journal of a blog.
Journaling through podcasts.
Yeah,
Journaling through podcasting, and
podcasts.
that's what I love about it. It's like
Wow.
this is when I would just get free time, I would just love to write and write and write. And it's a lot of people around me just about doing different leadership things and stuff. They're like, "Hey, you should write a book. You should write a book." And you start to just believe that maybe you should write a book. But then again, that's what we were talking about earlier, where what do you write the book on? Like, there's so much shit out there.
Yeah.
And I started to just write about like the different ways that I want the future to look. So this really has nothing to do with AI. It's just like, this is the way that I want the kind of the future, the way that we approach these different areas, these different subjects, and we go, this is the way that we do them, and this is how we do it. And rather than just doing that, showing a unique way that we could do it in a more advantageous way. And I'm very excited to be able to, I don't want to say like AI is like a placeholder, but you have it right there, and the ability to segue into all these different ideas that I had, it blended so perfect. And throughout the whole storyline of the book, because you have a storyboard of chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and we turned this into a 14 chapter book, 28 pages long. And so I released this to a few of my friends in June, and I was like, what do you think of this book? And so they read through this 28-page book, and they gave me a lot of great feedback. Like, you need a table of contents, Pat. I seriously was like, oh shit, that's probably like something that everybody would.
Hey, Pat, real quick. Can I read? This is one of the original books
Yes.
that you had written that's not even finished. So this could be worth millions down the road.
Millions.
Because it's like one of
Get your
the
filthy hands off it, Chuck. That's
It's-
ours.
It's my fingerprints all over it. One of the pre-copies that's not even the finished copy, but I just want to read what you wrote to these guys that you said to us before the stream, and I was like, you need to do this on air. I'm going to do it for you.
Yes.
All right, so this is what Pat signed in on one of the original copies. It says, for the reason I signed here is simple. It's just like our story, the beginning. To a future of more squiggle memories, personal development, and close friendships. Keep pushing each other as well as supporting each other. I thank you for all your support, Pat.
Yeah. Cheers.
And I think that's a great way
I think it is
to
too.
end that. Amazon all over the place. Digital hard copies, digital hard copies
And paperback.
paperback.
Paperback,
copies,
you can
all
get it.
on Amazon.
Paperback,
right?
you get it in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Hardcover takes like 3-4 weeks. I think that's why Amazon is actually kicking me back $4. But it's hardcover right now for $21. It's
Yeah.
gonna be $24.99. So get it.
So
Wow.
you're getting that Black Friday special after Black
But
Friday.
you gotta
It's
wait.
gonna be Black
it's
Christmas.
like a month. It's like a month out there.
I think we have some life advice to give out in a little bit, though, don't we?
Ooh, lots of it.
Right?
little bit.
Right,
Lots.
guys?
A little bit.
Right, guys?
Absolutely.
And right before we
Let's
segue,
clap for Pat, though. That was
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
deep.
dude.
That was very awesome.
Hey, man, that's
I mean, what a huge feat.
an
I mean,
amazing accomplishment.
Yeah.
To make. The manager. We're in the manager's basement. That was a big thing for my grandpa. I mean, he wrote the older he got. I mean, he realized the stories and experiences he had, and ended up, writing 3 books at his older age that have been
Dude, that's sick.
amazing. And the thought of writing a book, a book has been unexplainable in my mind.
Yeah. And Pat's 30.
Yeah, and the fact that you've done it, you've sat and you accomplished it, and you have a book is big kudos to you, man. This
Thank
is
you.
fucking.
Huge
And you've
kudos.
sold
Thank you.
60
Yeah.
plus
Yeah, dude.
copies
Yeah,
already.
he
has.
Today.
Which is get fucking started.
Yeah.
Let's
Just
go.
getting started.
Hold
Hey.
this man accountable.
Get
Yeah.
it before it sells out. It
Yeah.
might sell out.
Yes.
It's like a month out on hardcover.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not getting a hard copy. I'm not gonna. I wanna.
He wants the
download it
audiobook.
when I can hear your voice.
Take your time.
Yeah,
Take
man.
Your time.
He's been
I
working
appreciate
on it.
that.
Trust me.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah, when does the audio come
My
out?
plan, I hope to have it done mid-January, but
Yeah.
I'm probably going to do a
Okay.
release because I want to do a party, and I'm super busy beginning February for Valentine's Day. So my plan is to release like a week after Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
He was gonna
And
have
I
me do
wanna
some of
do-
the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want
Where
to
I
do like
just
a
be like,
party. I want to do
dude.
maybe do a
Ew.
rocket. Dude, maybe we do a fucking Rocket League party.
You're the AI.
Maybe I'm AI.
During
I was gonna say, yeah, you're the
Oh.
AI voice.
I'm sassy AI.
One thing I learned from Max, there's nothing better than a books on tape, dude. So
Oh,
I'm pumped.
book
to
Yeah,
hear your
exactly.
books
But
on
I
tape.
want to have the audiobook ready. I want to have some paper books there, paperbacks there. I want to have
Yeah,
some
man.
hardcovers there. I want to get people lit
Dude,
up
hell
about
yeah.
that. I want to get people lit up about hold us accountable.
Yeah,
I want to
man.
get people talking about
Well-
we love Pug. I
Well,
want
you
to
wrote a
all,
book. I mean, it should be about the book.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. But that's the
dope.
thing. I
yeah.
want everybody there having a grand book when I get this audiobook live week after Valentine's Day. You guys are invited.
Fuck
Yup.
Man.
You better
Be
fucking be there.
Dude,
Yeah.
here's the thing. His music background is gonna be just him reading the book on tape.
I love
Like
it.
it's
Can't
not
wait.
even
Well,
gonna be
yeah.
like it's
Why
not. It's gonna be like
Yeah.
Chapter 1.
chapter one.
Hey, that's
Reflecting
coming.
on the journey that has led to this.
It's taken over,
Can't wait.
over.
Somebody's gonna come in and
So once
remix
again,
the
dude,
whole book.
Life,
pat
life,
yourself
life.
on the back,
Yeah,
Pat.
man.
Hell
Huge
yeah, man.
compliment.
Absolutely.
Huge
Fucking awesome,
compliment.
dude. That's
Thank you.
fucking awesome, man.
100%.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and right before we segue from this, we just had a comment from the chat. They just want to know: will you be eventually doing a book tour / like Q&A, like
Ooh.
anything like
Here's
that?
the thing. I want the people to talk.
Live at the UFO.
I want the people to get this a good book review, and I want them to. I mean, you talk about over 60 book reviews. You talk about having, over 55 of those being people close to me. Being able to get those people to translate into, reviews online and promote the book. Again, the big thing that we talk about here, and I want to stress this a ton, is people are going to help us move to the next level. But you have to have a product that's ready to move to the next level.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to be the person that says like, hey, yeah, we sold 60 copies because Pat can talk to people. I want people to go out there, read the book, and be like, damn, this is a very unique way to look at the future and enjoy that. I mean, like $15, what do you spend $15 on? Like a couple things at the store. I want you to read this book, get excited for a possibility of a future. And that's what I'm most excited for.
Yeah.
Is in
Quit
selling this
spending
book.
your money on Jeremiah Johnson Hazy IPA. Go buy yourself a Pat book.
Quit spending your money on
Dude,
OnlyFans.
I tell you
one
what, this book is
follower away.
yeah, this book is gonna take me at least
Hold
a
on,
year.
the readability on this is.
Yeah.
Can you-
Probability you'd read it again, Chuck. What do you say?
I might have to hire Pat to read
That's
it
a
for
point
me.
one.
Yeah.
But I agree.
If I get through it once,
I
I
only
got
read
it.
audio. I
Yeah,
only
Hell
read
yeah.
audio.
Hell yeah.
I have
ret-
Mankind's
I retain
autobiography. I only read it
Yeah.
once, but I still have it.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm a fucking granite rock.
So,
when it's carved in,
To
it's
answer the question, I will do a book tour if people enjoy the book. I plan to, when I release the audiobook, we have the grand launch party. And during that time frame, I plan to go around to local bookstores because there's one right next to my house. And it's like, hey, I'm not, a huge author or anything. This book is selling. I think some people would come buy it here. Is there space on your shelves?
Mm-hmm.
And, it really depends. Like if some of the local sponsors, I don't want to call them out because I don't have a relationship with them, but
Attic. Sell
Alex,
it at the attic.
yeah, exactly.
Oh.
And it's like if there's
I'll
room
call
there,
him
I would love to come and talk about, to come and have a discussion about what we could see about the future, and I think that'd be amazing. So that is a goal. I would love that. Thank you for the question.
I mean, I think the questions you like, not even knowing like what was your inspiration, but like if somebody would read the book, come to this Q&A and be like, and like give their opinions too or their thoughts, and like be able to just talk about it in a group would be
yeah, that'd be
I
amazing.
love
really
that.
cool.
Exactly.
Like,
But I
almost
think
like
there's
a-
time.
constructive,
I think
yeah.
like you're talking March,
Yeah.
April,
Give us some
June
time.
of next year.
Read it.
But
think
I'm all about
about it.
opportunity. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would do that tomorrow if everybody's
Yeah.
if people were seriously like, oh my God, Pat, come fucking to our place and do a picture. I'll be there.
Right. But like, I think we could set something like the GB UFO Museum.
Yeah.
Like that would be a
Dude,
fun
doing
spot
another
to
show
do
there.
it at. Another
Yeah.
live event
Yeah.
of just like
Or
hey,
a
like,
book signing.
a book sign.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
especially
so,
after Grand Launch, like
Yeah.
like boom, boom, and That's a cool thing. But dude, I would love to meet that guy. By the way, I just want
Doug
to say
Hyde.
that.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like he's got the similar mind to me. Like that guy, just the way he thinks and talks about shit.
Yeah.
It's a whole different stuff that he's doing, but it's like,
Yeah.
damn, it's
He
cool.
he has a great crazy mind that he just thinks of the wildest things,
Yeah.
and he puts it out there like he does it. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
He's a special guy.
His brain was like, so this is the easiest way I can explain his brain. So he can drive past the bridge and he can draw it perfectly from memory.
Mhm.
But then if he sits down in a room with you and you're cooking bacon, he will not know how to make bacon. He like if that makes sense to you.
He's a very intricate mind.
So
Yeah.
like for example, he has drawn a bridge from memory, but then he
Yes.
went to cook bacon. He just threw it on the pan and was like, "Oh, I need orange juice." Went to the store and bought orange juice with the burner turned all the way up because he was like, "Well, the bacon's cooking, so I just need to go get orange juice. I'll be back. The bacon will be done." He came back. His house was on fire. The fire department was there. Like
True story.
that's a true story. Like that's his brain. He like now obviously he knows how to cook bacon. I think, but like that that's how his brain works. Like he's just like, wow, look at that. That's really cool. Like I can draw it now. But then it's like someone's cooking eggs, cooking bacon, like grilling a steak. He's not like.
He's a intricate mind and
Yeah.
the intricate
Yeah.
things. I mean, he just pen
I
and
love it.
paper.
Yeah.
And
He
he's
just man,
super cool.
entrepreneur.
Friendly.
So we got another
Yeah,
question. Will you make an upgraded version of the book with the feedback you get from the readers?
I gotta tell this, I feel bad because Shamo's getting one of the books, and there's quite a few people that are.
That's all right.
After the prologue,
I got the OG.
I put my name in the book for the third time, and like I didn't realize it because I only planned on doing the prologue, but then I did. Wish I had the book. There's three parts at the beginning. There's dedication, and then either way, the whole three parts at the beginning. I put my name at the bottom, and I'm gonna be taking it out where I don't need my name at the bottom of all three of the parts. So there is
I love
for
it, though.
sure going to be an updated version with that coming out of it. But people that get it initially, you're going to have my name in there 3 times.
I love it.
Will there
Thank you.
be an
OG. That's how I know. It's
They
when
were-
I go to resell it for
Will
$1
there be
million.
an updated version when AI takes over the world and we're all fucked?
There will be because we'll
Living
probably
with
all-
AI, it's not that bad. I swear to God. Otherwise, it's gonna kill me if I say anything otherwise.
I do.
This is Max reading your beer review right now.
I am.
No, he said he liked my mind wandering, so I let it wander.
Oh, I love the Wanderers. But no, I am. I'm very excited for it to finally be out and people to finally be able to read it. And as Chuck was talking about when we first got in here, as
Dodging
Max
the
has,
question. All right.
as Max has wander years about, I really enjoy like the ability for people to read through this and just understand the blend, the harmony, the harmony, the harmony, the harmony,
Harmony?
the harmony,
Harmony.
Harmony.
The
the
harmony.
harmony, the harmony, the harmony,
Hip-hop,
the
hip-hop.
the harmony
Here, you need to do
of
this again?
of AI and us together and all the different reasons behind it. So I'm
Oh, yeah.
excited for people to be able to read it. But I'm like Carl said, I'm excited to get the audio out there, do a grand launch. Let's plan third week. Let's plan the date right now because that's what we do when we're live. February 15th. Nope. Here it is. February 24th, Simonette's Bar, Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yup.
Oh yeah,
Let's do it.
heard it here.
Simonettes.
Half barrel party, free beer,
Free
Here we
beer.
go.
Oh.
snacks.
Snacks,
Yeah.
snacks, and
Dude,
free
I'll
beer.
read a book for free beer. Let
Yeah.
me tell you what.
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
I'll,
I will
I'll-
read.
I will study this. I'll take notes. I will come prepared. Like if that's what you need, I will. Like I'm there.
No, I just I want to promote. The biggest part of the book is just like
Where's Simonette's?
a bright future. Like 2 blocks from Sliced.
Okay.
Yeah. Give it
Okay.
a goog.
Awesome. Hell yeah,
Right on
man.
my throat.
Hey, proud of you, dude. This is
Dude,
fucking awesome.
Proud of you.
Yes.
Yeah, man. What an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Quantum beliefs.
A future
of
sustainability.
Yeah.
Utilizing
And I mean,
Thank
we
you.
didn't even
Of
get
things.
in. We didn't even get into asking you like,
A future. of
what
things.
was it like? Just the daily grind of writing a book. Like, we didn't even get into any of that.
We were
Which like
Might
we,
have to do a part
we
2.
might
Yeah.
have to do a part 2 on this. Like, if you're open to coming back
and
to
again,
the
I mean,
stew.
that's what I'm talking about. Absolutely for sure. But on that date, I feel like that maybe is a live episode right at Seminary.
That would be awesome.
Oh, there
Hell
we
yeah, that'd
go.
be
okay, okay.
And
I love it.
you know, just but maybe we just do like an hour live
A
or
quick-
45
yeah.
minutes live, and everything else is just a party.
And it's
Yeah.
just all
Or
about your
half
book.
hour.
It's just like, what was
Yeah.
the process like? What was like, you know, toughest part, best part? Like, what did you enjoy most? What was, you know, highlights? All that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
and two, think about 3 months from now, like, or 2 months from now, everything's gonna be like, we're gonna see it unfold, how it
Yeah.
comes out, and how the people do like the book, because like we were talking about, it's not about knowing the people that like the product. It's about knowing the people that like the product and they actually like it.
Well, and
You know, and if they like it, then it's able to
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah.
And in 2 months from now, we'll just have an AI Pat come and do the podcast do it for us. You know, just have him.
Hell yeah.
Fly in
Yeah.
like Superman.
Right. Like, Pat, no, don't worry, we got it. AI
No,
Pat,
it's
come on.
me.
It's you, but it's like not you.
Yeah.
But it is you. But
But
it's
it
like,
is.
But it's not. But it is. But
It's
it's
like
not. But it
have you
is.
seen the Apple like VR? It
I
does like
haven't, no.
it does like you can do a FaceTime, but you're wearing it and it does like a FaceTime as if you were holding the camera out here. It physically
Augments you.
it like translates
Whoa.
what you should look like from that
Augmented
angle. Yeah, and
reality.
like the whole room around you. It looks like you're just standing there holding the camera.
Yeah.
And it's just you with the headset on.
That's fucking
It's
awesome.
creepy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
It's
fucking
awesome.
awesome.
It's creepy.
So it's a selfie.
Yeah, it's like a selfie, but it's like but you're just wearing the headset.
Yikes.
But it looks like you're holding it like a selfie
Fuck yeah.
with like the coach behind you and everything. It's crazy.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a selfie.
Yeah, but like you're just wearing a headset.
I don't
So-
need a headset to take a selfie.
Yeah, but like you'd have to
that's not
hold
the
it.
point,
You'd
Chuck.
have to hold it.
I know
Chuck.
it's not the point. Let
Imagine you had no arms, Chuck.
No, Chuck.
What if you had no arms,
Chuck,
Chuck?
pretend
Let me be the antithesis.
You can have arms.
Let
AI
me be
gives
the
you arms.
antithesis,
There's
guys.
a camera.
Chuck.
There's no arms.
Yeah, they call you Stumpy
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Chuck.
killed the vibe.
Picture it. You can't
My gosh.
picture it.
No. But this
That's
is
the
awesome,
question.
Pat. I'm
Yes.
excited to
We're proud.
receive my copy of the book and give it a
Thank
read.
you for
Yes.
purchasing
Yes.
it.
Talk about
One of
it,
the
yeah.
first.
One of
Yes.
the first.
I'll be the first books on tape.
Right, audiobook. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Dude, can't wait.
Fuck
I mean,
yeah,
and
man.
even that process, talking about that process
Yeah.
of what was
That's-
like to
that's-
record
that's something
an
different because
audiobook, like, my God.
I recorded the whole 28-page book, and that took me like 3 or 4 days because I thought I had a final book.
Okay.
And then, I got a ton of feedback, and it's like, Pat, you should dive into these subjects. You're doing a flyover of everything. And it's like, yeah, you're right. And, and then I dove in and went with it. But I took a bunch of time making that book, and it ended up being like 53 minutes long. This next book is going to be 6 hours.
oh, yeah.
Way longer.
That's an audiobook, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And so the first one's 53 minutes. That took me probably 3-4 full days, like 8-hour days of editing and recording, and
God damn.
because it's like there's just so much. So I'm assuming, I hope my goal is, like I said, my launch for that date I think is reasonable, the 24th. I would still like to have it done by mid-January. Then I can have it. That never happens.
Yeah.
I'll probably be like the 22nd. I'm trying to get the fucking thing live.
Right.
Start
But-
speed reading towards the end of the
But
chapters.
even that, it's like, that's the cool thing. It's like I have the technology to be able to record the books for other people, and I would love to do that. People that
yeah.
have a book, small scale, they have a huge program with Kindle, and to be able to do some of their books, that's what I hope to get out of this. Is I do hope my book is amazing, and I hope that people enjoy it. But more importantly, equally as important,
More important.
to be able to. What was that?
I gotta head out.
Hell yeah.
You out here?
Yeah, I gotta go.
You're good.
No,
I'll see you
all
soon.
good, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Later, Chuck.
Thanks for coming
Thanks
by,
for coming,
man.
But I do, like, I lost my. I'm excited
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
for
dude.
the audiobook.
Of course. Yeah,
Fuck
we're
yeah,
audio.
man.
Was it weird? Was it weird, like that process of just what you just sitting there reading the book into a microphone and just?
Well,
so it took you
that's
4
the cool
days.
thing about what we're doing though. It's like, every time we're able to get in front of, every time we're able to get in front of the mic, we get better. We gain life skills. We understand how to utilize our voice better. 10% of our speech compared to Jordan Belfort, the man, the Beth Legend from Wolf of Wall Street.
Hell yeah.
10% is the actual language we use, or the text we use, the words we use. 90 other percent of it is tonality and body language. The big part of it is how we say the things we say. And that's what's important about a lot of things, of not taking the words for granted, but how people are saying it. And that's where so many problems come in, because I know for a fact I've made this mistake way too many times, where I think somebody's trying to be like an asshole to me. And I'll be like, what the hell, man? And they're like, well, what?
The way they're saying something.
Yeah. And there's just so much to it where actually it's crazy. Not long ago, people were talking about I want to say it was China. They're talking about how they react to other people, and a lot of their language comes into like how they say the words that changes exactly what they're saying. I was like, oh my God, how could you live a language like that? And that was like 10 years ago. And now I like look back and it's like, holy shit. Like the way you say what you say is, it can mean something completely different.
That's the beautiful part about an audiobook for me, where it's like, I'm a good reader, but I don't find interest in a book when I read it, because I'm reading it to myself, and I don't make it exciting when it needs to be exciting. I don't make it dramatic and sad when I need to make it dramatic and sad. So listening to, especially the author, like a big thing for me, I just listened to Seth Rogen's book, and he narrated the whole thing.
Hell yeah.
And it makes the experience.
So I gotta read that.
Yeah, it makes it. So I listened to his and Tom Segura's book, and they.
Which one is that?
Tom Segura.
I'm gonna look that up.
It's like I Like to Play Alone or something.
Yeah, I Like to Play
Please
Alone.
Leave
Yeah,
Me
and
Alone
it's
or
a
something like
beautiful book, and the way I would read it would be totally different than the way I comprehend it from him reading it. But I listened to both of them, and they narrate it, and it's like, it's so intriguing when you hear the author read it, because that's the person who wrote it. That's the person who put the emotion into it. So that's when I said, like, I'm excited to hear. If I read your book, it would mean so much less to me than listening to you read it, just because I can't read like that.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, and some people can. Like, some people.
But they're able to take into their own world.
Yeah, like my mom. My mom can sit and read a 500-page book in a day, and she does that. Our whole family are big readers. Like my mom, and my sister, my aunts, they'll read novels in a day, and it's like, how do you read 500 pages and be like, oh my God, that book was fantastic? And
I'm
like,
a good reader. Carl Wurzlow. In the Stew, December 2023, all-time quote.
I'm not a good fuck you, Andy. I didn't say that.
And the sailor say Andy.
Anyway.
God, that's an all-time quote.
That
right
could
there.
go right into Carl versus dictionary.
Shit.
I do agree. I mean,
Andy.
I love it. I just want people to. I mean, a lot of people reach out to me like, Pat, I've been reading a lot more books lately, and just seeing some of that, because I don't want to take anything away from music. Like, music is such a special thing. It does, Aaron Rodgers is actually, if you didn't know this, he puts his foot up in front of a speaker and he plays dolphins making love into his foot to make it heal faster. And like, there's scientific studies behind a lot of this stuff where, plants are played music and all this other love making and, all that fun
I think
stuff.
that was Fugazi.
Fugazi.
That was real, but I know.
But
you never know. You never know.
Music is special. It is important. It hits your soul. At the same time, you do need a little bit of self-development, because if you don't focus on the biggest reason is habits. Your brain is always trying to make your life more simple.
Dolphins having sex in the womb. Let's go.
What was that? Sex in the womb?
Dolphins having sex in the womb?
Oh yeah.
Play it for the kids in the womb. Dolphins having sex. Let's go.
Yeah. Dude, you're gonna raise freaking Cameron Jordan. Or Jordan Cameron.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
I mean, is that not the dream?
But no, I love it.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Pumped. This is awesome, dude. We're stoked for you. Where do we want to go from here?
Max, Wait, yeah.
He's grabbing some beers.
Grab some beers.
Can I get one of those?
I think we spell. I'd like to spell a word before I get any farther into this thing.
Oh wait, you wanna?
I'll take one of those neutral things.
Do you guys want me to really quick just read off one cute little chapter while we
please,
segue?
read,
Well, we got some time to.
read a little bit.
I'm gonna read the transportation, the entryway into transportation, chapter 4.
Nothing will make us happier.
I do need some liquids though, and I put them. Where did I put them? Did you just hand me one?
I don't think you did.
I thought you.
You handed it to Carl.
Oh, I handed it to Carl. I gave that to Carl. I do have mine outside. Thank you. How are we doing tonight, guys? The one thing I do want to say, some of the comedy shows I've been to, I love when a guy like me can be in the crowd and heckle, because it's like good things to keep the content going.
You are the show, Pat.
Well,
You are the show.
I mean, like, some of these are duller, and if you have good crowd work, like even with a dull show. The other thing I do want to shout out to anybody in here is I've been writing a lot of jokes. So
Yeah?
you want some content, like I can get your whole skit done, and I think it'd be pretty fucking funny.
Hell yeah.
So
We can
I
go
know,
through,
like,
we can go through those later in the show.
I don't have them necessarily on me, but I would love to have a show where we talk about stand up. That'd be a fun show. And say if a couple months from now, when you guys are like, we need to kill a Thursday,
Yeah.
let's do a stand up show.
Hell
Where
yeah,
we do like
dude.
stupid shit for like
Down.
3 minutes. Everybody rotates 3 minutes. You two go out. We get 3 or 4 guests in here. You go 3 minutes. Have the stage set up like right in front of there. Have the dartboard camera
That'd be
set up
awesome.
as the
Dartboard.
comedian.
Hell yeah.
There we
Keep
go.
cutting back and forth. Shamos judging. You guys are
That'd be
a
perfect,
fucking
dude.
voice, dude. Have the big X set in front of you. All right, we're gonna kill 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. Well, Max and Carl and Shamo just look at each other awkwardly and stare into the wind.
I might have to pee. I'm gonna wait. I'll
Dude,
pee after
no,
this.
you can
No,
pee
no, no.
because you'll be here
No.
later.
My
And
bladder's terrible.
think about me when I'm.
Yes.
This is a pre-show to the audiobook. I just want to let you guys know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be experiencing.
So again, I do want to point out that every chapter I start with a cute little story, and then I go into an overview, and then we deep dive. This is the cute little story. I hope you find some inspiration in the words of envisioning what your future could look like. One sip of the White Claw. Yes. Yes. On a crisp winter morning in 2023. Julia, a travel agent with an eye for a detail and a heart full of wanderlust, steps into the pale dawn light. Her 2 lively kids, still in their pajamas, wave from the window, their laughter mingling with the excited barks of Max, their golden retriever, who seems just as eager to start the day. That's you.
You made the book.
As Julia kisses her kids goodbye and promises them a surprise when she returns, she feels a familiar warmth in her heart. These moments are precious, the everyday joys of a life filled with love and purpose. She steps outside, her breath forming small clouds in the chilly air, and she approaches her vehicle. Not just any car, but a gateway into the world of efficiency and safety, powered by the wonders of AI. The car, sleek and silent, greets her as she settles into the spacious back seat. It's more than a mode of transportation. It's her mobile haven. It's a space where she can be professional, a dreamer, or just herself. As the vehicle starts, it's as if the outside world fades away, leaving her in a cocoon of comfort and possibility. Cocoon Brewery, brought up last week.
Shout out.
Inside, the car is warm. The seats are adjusting to her preferred temperature. A small gesture, but one that speaks volumes of the attention to detail in this AI-driven world. A screen lights up, offering her a choice: work or relaxation. Today, she chooses relaxation. She needs a moment to gather her thoughts, to revel in the peace before the day's adventures begin. As the car glides seamlessly through the streets, Julia watches the snowflakes dance outside her window. The world outside is a flurry of activity, but inside, it's tranquil. The AI system, her silent guardian, navigates with precision and care, its sensors and algorithms working in harmony to ensure a smooth journey. Traffic lights and intersections are coordinated in an intricate ballet of technology, making delays and congestion a thing of the past. How fucking nice would that be? Sorry. In this moment of quiet, Julie reflects on how her life has changed. Gone are the days of hectic commutes, the stress of navigating through traffic, and the constant worry about road safety. Now she can use the time to unwind, to dream up new travel destinations, or simply enjoy a rare moment of solitude. The car, sensing her mood, plays a soft melody, and the screens on the back of the front seats display a serene mountain landscape, reminding her of a trip she planned for a client. She smiles, thinking of the possibilities that lie ahead, of the places she'll visit and the experiences she'll curate. As the car approaches her office, Julia feels a sense of fulfillment. This journey, like every journey in her AI-assisted life, is more than just a commute. It's a testament to a world reimagined, where technology enhances life in profound ways. It's a world where safety, efficiency, and joy coexist, where every journey is an opportunity to dream, to plan, and to savor the beauty of the present. She steps out of the car, refreshed and ready for the day, carrying with her the promise of a future where mobility is not just about moving from one place to another, but about moving towards a better, more sustainable, and joyful way of life.
Okay.
I love it.
So is there short stories like that or short descriptions like that on each industry?
Not each chapter. You're right. Each industry, like, because it's each chapter is 2 chapters.
Okay.
The first chapter is like an overview, and then the second one's a deep dive. So it's like, you're right. Like, beginning of the first part. What did you call it? Love what you call it.
Industry. So like
before that, is there a story?
A story, yeah. Short story.
Short story about, short story on each part, boom, dive overview, and then deep dive.
Because
that's awesome.
Makes you feel a certain type of way.
Yeah,
it gets you into what we're speaking about.
Exactly.
I wouldn't feel that way unless you described it
Dude,
that way.
Picture this.
And that felt good. That felt good.
I love that. Gets me so turned on.
Yes.
What? Picture this. So like we're traveling the south, right? We're with a
traveling the south.
Well, it's winter. It's
for?
winter, and you're driving cross country. But picture this: you're trying to hit all the big cities. Okay, maybe you're traveling the north
Baton
in the summer.
Rouge, okay, but I ain't going to Alabama.
But wherever you're trying to travel, people
you
that
look
do
like
Arkansas.
You look like that smart guy in a wheelchair. Who's that?
people that do cross country.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
You know, to be able to do your trip all day and to like hike these different mountains, and then you go back to your van, then you click a button and you say, "Hey, here's our destination," and it transports you there by itself, overnight. And then you get to your next spot the next day, and it's like you just save so much time being able to. Again, my whole point of this book, I shouldn't say my whole point, but big point is no one lacks food, water, or shelter. Second big point is for what I believe humans are here for is to observe the universe. And to be able to do that more efficiently, that's what I love. Like just being able to take a 2-week trip and just every day you view all day, you sit down in a truck, you're 400 miles away when you wake up. Boom, next day. Boom, next day.
Isn't it funny? So this is a weird thought. Isn't it funny that AI, the thought of the creation of AI is to avoid the distractions that we created, right?
Yes.
Because stoplights and traffic and everything that we're trying to avoid is
Causes us stress.
But all of that has been created has been because of us, and now we're creating something to get us out to be able to appreciate and observe the universe again,
rather
to
than deal with it.
Yeah, to instead of dealing with what we put here.
Well, I think, and that's a cool thing, though, is that, like, we couldn't do what AI can do, in terms of, I don't want to take away from what you're saying, because I'm sorry, I want to start by saying I agree with everything you're saying, because that's my whole point. I'm not this pro AI guy. As I talked about in writing the book, like, I'm a guy that just has these beautiful thoughts of a future, without AI. And then all of a sudden I started thinking about the way that AI turns into it, and it's like, holy shit, like this is a way that this could actually happen. because otherwise nobody would listen to. Like, what do we want to? We want to solve people's, law enforcement problems before there's a problem. Picture every car on the road is AI. Picture every car on the road automatically drives you. Picture how many court cases less that is. No DUIs.
Yeah.
No, like you're talking about like absurd amounts of, future. And it's like, well, do we have the chips to do this? No, we don't. Like we're talking 100, 150 years from now. Talking way down the road, but like. Is there a benefit there? Like, yeah, I talk about in the book. I think 40 or 50,000 people die a year, which is not bad. I don't know. We can all argue.
Do we need all those extra people though? Really?
Yeah. Oh my God! Don't see
people,
that's.
Man.
We'll keep moving because I don't want to.
That's a lot of extra people, man.
Yeah, and
we can barely handle the people we got right now, man.
God, and this is the other part. Again,
100 million extra
this
people,
adds
man?
to what I was saying. It's like I'm not in disagreement from anybody's opinions. I talk about it throughout this book that I want to talk to you about, or talk to people, especially that read the book, about what their thoughts are on the book. And it's because I don't, people put me in like a bucket of how my thoughts are. My thoughts aren't in a bucket. My thoughts are free. They're floating. They're everywhere, and they adjust all the time. I think back when I was 20, the way I view life was way different than the way I view life today. And the big part of it is having those discussions with people you care about, people you love, and having those hard conversations, but not in a way of stimulating growth. Like, Pat, you shouldn't have fucking never wrote a book. You're a dumb piece of shit. More of like, Pat, I think this is a crazy idea. Like, why did you think this way? And then all of a sudden we go through a conversation. It's like, wow, I shouldn't have thought that way, or whatever. It's like the right mindset, moving the right direction. That's what I'm looking forward to in this book.
And I think the fact that you wrote a book about it is the coolest thing about it. It's because
it's not just telling people what to think. It's putting your ideas out there for other people to interpret or go off of, or
it gets people thinking.
Because
it gets people thinking about things before I met you. Before I heard about the book,
Sliced on man.
I mean, after that, because I didn't know you really like that.
We just got drunk a lot.
At Sliced, you were just a cool guy who gave me a Busch Light with a lime. But after that, when I learned your what you were passionate about, this book, these thoughts, I would have never thought. Your book makes people think about shit. Made me think. I mean, even reading these little bits and pieces about the book, it makes you think.
Yes.
About and that I think that's
things that you never thought about.
And I think either whether people agree or not, I think the most important thing about it is you get people thinking.
Exactly.
And I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, from one little short story you told me from the book got me thinking. Yeah. Put me in a good place, put me here, and then it gets the mind rolling.
About a beautiful future.
Yeah.
But it isn't even like whether it's beautiful or not. It's like this is like what the future's looking like. And it's like we were saying, like you put yourself out there and you wrote a book. It's not like about what you feel like is coming and what you're trying to say, like, yo, this is weird and it is crazy and it is scary, but here's how we can handle it and deal with it. Like, it's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And to attack, first and foremost, all of the disparities, the disagreements, the why should we not trend in this direction. To attack all of that and to solve those problems exponentially in a way that makes it Occam's razor related, where it's so obvious to do things this next way than to not. So it's like, people that, throw shade, it's like, AI is so stupid, it's this, it's that. Great, let's talk about that. Why is AI stupid? Well, it's going to take over the world. It's going to kill us all. It's like you talk about Hitler in the 40s. You're talking about Stalin in the 60s. You're talking about, Putin in the 2020s. Are you talking about, who are you talking about taking over the world? Which one of the people?
Right.
Every argument that you could ever make about AI. And again, I'm not just throwing that under the bus of like, AI is the savior. Like, no, it's not the savior. Because I talk about in the book, today, being happy today is the savior. Like, happiness first and success second always comes. As soon as you put yourself in happiness first. And that's the biggest thing, is to understand that you should be in a good spot today, and this is the future outlook. But even when life becomes so easy, you don't have to do anything. You're still going to struggle. You're still going to have mind issues. You're still going to have problems. And that's where, like, no matter how good the world gets, based on where we're at today, you're still going to have perception of where you're at individually. And the biggest thing to understand from this book is that the struggle is the biggest part of life.
So let me ask you this, and maybe this isn't in the book, or this isn't something you've wrote about or anything, but can AI, like, in terms of like human emotional, like mental health, I couldn't personally, maybe 5 years down the, maybe next year, maybe 2 years, whatever it is, maybe my mind changes, but as I sit right now, I could not sign up and just be like, to an AI driven like mental health program or something. Is that something you see coming, or something you think? Just because, like, we're like, as much as AI is developed from humans, I just don't think personally I could trust a computer to do, you know. And I've never really actually gone through therapy in general, so I don't really know. Maybe that's why maybe tomorrow I change my mind.
So here's the reason why most people choose it, is because, like, the feeling of guilt. You know, like, if I can just go to a website that's completely secure, I don't even put my name in there, I don't even put anything about who I am, and it's like, hey, I need help.
Okay.
You know, no one knows. No one's thinking about you. Like, oh, you're King Tut. Like, nobody thinks you have a problem. I can go there and nobody knows I have a problem. You look at, like, was it Legally Blonde or something, and, you know, the chick finds out that she didn't actually shave her own legs or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, she didn't lose the weight.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
got liposuction.
She got liposuction. And, you know, having that, like, doom, it's like, to be able to, and I don't want to necessarily promote where AI is at today. I do think there's some mental health things out there that maybe have some benefits, but I do want to get people excited about the future, like years from now, of especially understanding. But to be able to go to a website, and for people like you, you know, it's not people like you, it's people in general. I have tons of coaches that I work with that I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get better at this. What should I do? Oh, here's a few things. I want to get better at this. What should I do? Boom. And I'm talking to specific experts in these different fields. To have coaches around us is the most important. There's no professional out there that doesn't have coaches around us or people around us that are trying to get us to the next level. But the average Joe, they don't have anybody. They got nothing. And, you know, to pay, or even, dude, I had, through my work, it was like mental health for free or whatever. Nobody, like, ever ended up, you know, taking advantage of the number. Like, you could see through this portal, I was a manager, but see the portal, I couldn't see who it was, but I could see, like, a number of people doing it.
Right.
You had like 1 or 2 people a year, you know, taking care of these programs, and it's like, why? You know, and for AI to just be sitting there in your room at 1 o'clock in the morning, you're like, you're having a rough night, you're just miserable, to just be able to pull up some sort of system. It's like, hey, but not in a way of feeling disingenuous, but in a way of feeling like genuine, but also in a way of promoting that they are disingenuine, and to really make somebody feel the way that they need to feel. Like, it's a complicated thing that words can't even describe, but that's where I see AI being such an advantage. Like, people that can't seek outside support and can't seek, you know, some of the bigger things.
I agree with the anonymity is like the biggest thing, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at the end of the day, like, a lot of people like think and know, well, if I say anything so crazy, it can be traced back to me, just IP addresses, and, like, sure, you can have all the VPN and all that shit, but the normal person, I think, would probably is just like, fuck, I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, myself, but putting myself in that position. I'm like,
I love,
man, if I say anything too crazy, obviously I'm saying it to an AI chat bot, whatever. But it's not like they don't know where I am and who I am. Like, if push comes to shove, they could find who's saying this to this chatbot in like really quickly. And that's obviously a very paranoid thought because there's unless you say something so outlandish to the AI, whatever you're talking to trigger that chain of commands to be like, yo, we got to find this person. Like, that's so far above what, but
They do that now too.
it is possible though, right? Like, so
Put in the wrong Google search.
But the big
If you're like,
problem
I want to
with
build
it-
a bomb. They're like, oh,
The big problem
right.
with it
So
typically
there really is no anonymity when so that's like my thing is like, if I go to a person and I look at them face to face, I'm like, look, this is between me and you. And then it gets out, I know where it got or whatever. Obviously, that's crazy. But to have that sense of like security in terms of that, and I know this is a very obscure
I
thing
love
to
it.
think about.
I mean,
It's just something
it's not obscure.
just something I
think
thought, just something like, I think a lot of people would like to just like spew their shit to something, but we also always know someone's always watching. There's like, it's like there's always someone watching.
Well, I think it's
and-
twofold, though. I think it's twofold where the people that are getting caught are the people that aren't serious. They're the people that are making fun of the system. They're posting, like, racial remarks, or they're doing, like, ridiculous, outlandish things. But, again, to think of what the future of these AI technologies is today is hard because they're going to be so algorithmic that, like right now, if you turn on a plane, you almost can't feel it unless you're looking. You can like hardly feel that you're turning on a plane. If you turn on a plane like 5 years ago or 10 years ago, you could feel it. And the reason for it is because the onboard systems have adjusted with the algorithms of how, like even a cup of plane with the water pressure, a cup will stay where the water's like basically flat on the plane, which most of the time at that point when they're turning that hard, they won't let you have them. But the algorithms are getting so much better of any of these processes where I don't want to scare anybody of like everything's an algorithm, but these questions are important. These questions are like at the most important of how we need to make sure that we're going through the future, still one-on-one engaging with each other, but also understanding that like, for what's the number? I want to say it was like 75% of the time, people go to the doctor, they have nothing wrong with them. It's like, how do you have somebody where mental health, I don't want to throw these numbers out there, but what if it was the same? Just what if it was the same? And I'm not saying that in a way of like mental health isn't real. I'm saying in the way of like, what if it's like a smaller issue that's like something that we allow to build up and take advantage of, where we could just have solved with something like quick or something like... Or
a lot of times I feel like if you just say it out loud, you just say like, hey, this is how I'm feeling. And then you're like, man, I'm feeling like that?
Yes.
Oh, well,
exactly.
that's kind of... And just saying it
Most
out
of the
loud.
yeah.
So even if you can just say it to like your computer, right? And then your computer, like, it maybe does nothing. It just... you just like see it, what you're saying. And you're like, oh, that's...
To me though, like I think when I think about like the AI making life more efficient, I think like human interaction, like that's also something that should never, I don't know if this is a word, I'm going to say it.
Uh-oh.
Dissipate?
yeah.
Seamus?
Dissipate.
Dissipate?
Dissipate.
Dissipate.
Right?
Dissipation.
I'm using this right?
There's a big word for you.
Dissipate.
I love it.
Yeah, so like I feel like
It go away. It should never go away.
it should never go away. I
Well,
feel
yeah.
like
Well, as soon as human to human interaction goes away, I mean, we're no longer human anymore.
That's where I talk about throughout the entire book is the blend between AI and humans, and understanding the relevance of both, the importance of both, but also understand that like when I make it sound stupid about being observers of the universe, it's like, well, what? Okay, if we weren't, what the fuck are we doing? What other thing could we possibly be doing here? And that's why I love viewing us as observers of the universe, because the way that I see AI unfortunately taking over, like the world would only be based on, like programming an input that says, hey, make the world more, sustainable. Make it as sustainable as it could possibly be. And it's like, well, humans are useless, so we're going to take them out. And so there's obviously those those visions of a future, but also at the same time, it's like, where are we now? What can we do better? Understanding that we're always going to live through a struggle, but making sure that we don't hit the spots where we don't have the necessary resources to be able to get out of that deep dark hole. Because like I've been there. I've been in that deep dark dungeon where you don't want to be, and it's 7, 8, 9 years ago, and people look at me now like, who the fuck are you? And I look at myself in a way of like, I've always been the same guy, but no one around me necessarily saw me in a different way. And it's been cool to watch like the adjustment of the world around me, where there are a lot of good people out there. I do believe that there's a lot of, lackluster people or whatever, but at the end of the day, like, there's a ton of good people out there, and I'm so thankful to be focused on how do we build that bigger fire to promote what we're trying to promote and run down that direction. And this book could not be a better, like, I mean this. I'm saying it. I mean it.
Yeah. Well, it's cool that to be able to write a book about something that's happening right in front of us right now is, I think, a very hard thing to do, and to be able to do it. And I mean, obviously we haven't had a chance to like dive into it and read it, but just from the short stuff you've read to us, I mean, you've done it really well. You've put your time and effort into it, and it'd be like if someone was like writing a book about Google as soon as Google and all that shit came out and was like, look, guys, this is how Google is going to help us.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's crazy. You can just be like, how do I change my oil? And you can just change your own oil in your car.
But
I know that's wild.
At that
Even
time, it wasn't
today.
Google, it was back rub.
I see AI the way in a similar way, or like when computers are coming out, it's like people are like, what is this? A lot of people still don't use computers today, but like, how can we use it to make our lives better, easier? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's so many useful things that can come out of it, and like there's always going to be the bad with the good.
Right.
But it's all about how can we utilize it to our benefit the best way we possibly
And
can.
we created it. It's created by us to benefit us,
Right.
correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the goal would be the second part, but
Yeah.
you don't know.
Shit.
You don't know.
I think
people's
we just
intentions.
discovered Pat is an AI robot from the future sent to the past to make sure all of humanity is overtaken by AI. I'm pretty sure that's what we just discovered.
No, you would hope that like everybody. That's the problem though. Is
His
that like
Tesla's just going to disappear when
Well,
he drives
here's
away.
the thing with a computer.
Just turns into Pat.
You know,
Nice Chevy, Jake, you pussy.
Check out my Tesla Pat.
the thing with the computer though is that like you get the output and you know what happened on the input. It's like, well, because someone put this input, this is what the output happened with.
Right. Okay.
You know, with humans, you don't get that same interaction. Like we do stupid shit a lot. I mean, myself, you've always. At some point, you do something that you're like, "What the hell was I doing?"
Why can't I piss my pants? Huh?
Being able to look at it, like the big thing.
What?
The big
Something
problem.
stupid.
The
Why
big
did I
problem
do
with
that?
AI is not AI.
Can't
The big
I
problem
do
with AI is the human input that we have next to it. And again, it's like the big thing I want to promote in this book is like it's not about necessarily AI, but about the future is gonna happen the way that it's kind of gonna happen. Here's a more unique way of viewing it, and AI is gonna be on its way, in its own unique way. But like AI shouldn't be the premise of the thought here. It should be like, how do we treat our neighbors better? How do we treat the people around us better? But not like, how do we make their lives easier? It's like, how does everybody treat their their neighbors better?
And here's another thought. It's almost like if once our lives do become a little easier, a little bit more relaxed, we have a little bit more free time to do the things maybe we didn't think we'd be able to do. Like kind of, I mean, this show, like,
Yeah.
like how do, like, with this free time that we have, like, do we become like better or worse people? Like mentally, are we like, do we feel like, oh, like, look at me, I have all this time, like, I have these things doing these other things for me, like, I am superior to
It's all
these
about how
things,
you
and
use
then you feel like now I go out into the world and I treat other humans, and then now there's another person who also has that same complex, and now we're butting heads, and it's like,
That's amazing you mentioned that. When I talk about the mental health chapter, I talk about the study on depression. And you look at people in their 70s that have depression, it's like 17%. And the people in their 60s, it's like 22%. People in their 50s, it's like 28%. I shouldn't say the exact numbers because they're in the book, but, 50s is 30, and boom, 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 boom. You get down to 10 years to 15, it's like 60, 70% of people have depression. And it's like, how is the numbers going like that? And that's what I talk about in the whole book is the easier that we have it, the more that we make it a struggle. And I know I'm not saying that anybody's not struggling. I'm not saying that people that say they have depression don't have depression. I'm just saying that they don't have the challenges that a lot of other people have. And like my next book, Don't Learn to Be Smart, Learn to Solve the Right Problems. People don't have the problems that are real problems. They have like, ridiculous problems because life has gotten so much easier than, waking up struggling to, back in, say 1600s, you didn't have food. You didn't have fast food. You didn't have other shit. And everything you guys are saying about this, I love because it's like, that's what I want to talk about in this book is the reason for a sustainable future involves one that has something that's just pushing us on our mission, but the easier that we make it, 100%, the harder it's going to be up here.
Oh, yeah.
That's the whole book.
Right.
I love that. I love you guys brought that up.
I mean, yeah, I feel that, like, I have a pretty cushy, easy job, and I feel like I make it a lot harder on myself than I need to, and I get myself down just because, like, I don't know what else thoughts to process, It's like, I guess this is the default. Like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not good enough. I have all these extra things, these extra free time, and I'm not utilizing them well enough. So it's like, shit, well, what if all my extra shit is utilized by AI and I'm still just sitting there like, oh, Netflix is cool. What are my snacks? And then I'm like, well, I just wasted 8 hours, but everything did all my shit for me.
Well, it's like if we do have these things to do all these things for us, let's like to make our lives easier. It's not just about take all these things away and do it for me, and then I just keep living my life the same way. It's about adapting to it. It's like, okay, this is making my life easier. So what can I? It comes down to the person of like, okay, what can I do now to make my life even better? Like it's taking advantage.
What can it do
of these
for me?
opportunities.
What can it do for me?
Per great points, Jameis. Because of Oscom's Razor, we will actually need AI to tell us that.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly the obvious goal is to like, hey, this will be easy. But no, we'll need AI to be like, hey, you actually have to go do something right now.
Yeah.
And like you wish you wouldn't have to get that point. But like because of Oscom's Razor, our brains will always choose the easiest answer.
Yeah.
No matter what. And for the mass amount of people, you always hit those things. But I have to pee. And I'll be back. You guys get the show finished hard. And I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. Love the discussion because seriously, I mean this. Don't feel bad about saying anything negative about AI. I didn't write this book because of AI. The big part about the book obviously does take me off. The big part for me is like exactly what we talk about in this group. How do we focus on engaging in better communication? How do we work better as a team? And most importantly, how do we focus on self-development individually, each one of us, to make the entire team such a fucking synergistic masterpiece moving forward? And the better and better we get throughout the future. Like I'm 30, you guys are mid-20s, 25, 26. Like we're talking 10 years from now, 15 years from now. We're going to be at an entirely different level, but we learn things at a whole different level. But you guys take it off. I have to pee so bad. Thinking about you the whole time. And
fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking patch book. Quantum beliefs.
I need one more of these things.
Forget the second part, but hell of a book. Proud of you, my guy. Thanks for coming on and talking to us about it. We probably should get onto the next parts of the episodes.
And his book is Quantum Beliefs: A Future of Sustainability Utilizing AI.
Out on Amazon right now.
Yes.
Hardcover, softcover, Kindle.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like it'd be like getting kind of like a user manual to when fucking email was first coming along and the internet was chugging along. It's like, I don't know what the fuck this is, and I don't know where the fuck it's leading. I don't know what it's gonna mean for me. Well, this book is here to help you with that.
Get some ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Fuck yeah.
awesome. And so yeah, with that being said, man, I don't know if we want to do Wisconsin sports talk. We want to just get to go right to Carl versus the dictionary.
Maybe skip some darts too.
Yep. We'll skip a few things. We'll just a little advice maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens after Carl versus the dictionary. I mean, just a lot of fun talking to Pat and Chuck. Chuck had to bounce out a little early, take off, and but really fun to talk to Chuck and just his even talking to him before the show just about comedy shit.
Right.
It's fucking awesome. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just, we just get in here, we say some shit. I'm like, this sounds like a funny joke. I heard some other guys say some shit. Pretty funny. Some shit I didn't think was that funny. And then, getting a guy who's been in here, he's been doing it, I don't know, 6+ years.
Yeah.
He's toured around Wisconsin. He's on a tour right now of doing, whatever shows he can get with, his buddies in comedy. That was awesome. I love that shit. That was so cool. And, the drugs and the groupies that guy was getting into. Holy shit. Chuck
we
Charles.
didn't even get to that part.
Chuck Charles, you're a dog.
Yeah. Episode
dog,
2 coming
Chuck
soon.
He didn't say any of that shit. He said it a lot worse. But anyway, no, I'm just kidding. So yeah, we'll probably skip Wisconsin sports talk. Sorry, Andy. I don't know if we're gonna get to that, Andy. It's just I don't know. We got
run a little longer.
We talked. AI was a big chat.
Yeah,
big chat.
The discussions were awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
Just unique. Nobody actually knows, so it's just
because I don't interact with it at all.
Right.
No.
I don't use ChatGPT.
I have a sound bar that has AI in it now.
Yeah, dude, you told me about that. That's dope.
Anywhere you sit, it's the best sound you're gonna get.
Dude.
Really?
And
yeah, it reads the room.
Whoa.
Yeah. Projects sound the perfect way.
Man.
Wow.
Do you think if Tom
probably listening
went and sat in your living room, what do you think he would hear?
Oh god. I don't want to know.
I can't.
It reads the room, huh? Tommy is he likes to suck egg rolls.
Can I spell a word?
Yeah.
Of course. Right. Actually, you need to leave the room when Pat gets in here because I gotta run some words past.
Eat a piece of pizza.
Some people.
The AI conversation is wild to me because I'm a big guy who's I don't can't lose human interaction around.
And you don't have to.
Fuck.
You don't have to.
That's why it's fun talking to Pat.
But exactly, because I almost feel like
that's why when he was talking, I was looking at you because I knew your brain was pumping.
Well, because I always appreciate someone who sees the positive in something.
Yeah.
But then appreciates the negative.
And not even the negative, maybe just the other side of it too.
The other side. Well, and has no skin in the game, is just look.
Yeah.
And that's I just think it's really cool he wrote this book, and it's just look, this is where AI is where it's going.
And AI is crazy too.
It's there.
AI is there. It's
whether
here.
you use it or not, it's gonna be here.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And so that's the really, really cool and I really can't commend him enough for not getting out ahead of it, not having this crazy not being this well, but just in the moment being yo, I think realize, yeah.
And it gets me excited to read his book, the book too, to understand a little bit, because obviously being prevalent to podcasts and everything that's out on the internet, you hear about. AI is everywhere. You hear about it,
right?
Whether you look into it or not. I don't research it necessarily, but.
Right.
You know it's there.
You know it's there, and it's it's everywhere. But to get the opportunity to read and learn about it from somebody you know is
it's cool.
It's gonna be cool.
And to be able, and we were saying, be able to ask the questions, not be worried about
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a book that's written as an open book.
Yes.
And that's the coolest
yes.
part about
a
it.
book written as an open book. Written as an open
Yeah,
book.
something like that.
Man, what a great way to say that.
Thanks, man.
Carl, go get some pizza.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
go get some za. We're gonna.
Us three got
we're
some
gonna,
words
We're
to
gonna
bounce
toss
off.
you some words.
I already got a ride tomorrow.
You.
Fuck
No,
yeah.
no.
All right.
Oh, hell yeah.
Plug your ears.
All
Just
right,
kidding, he won't
so
be able to-
Pat, we got Carl versus the dictionary coming up. Shamo, you want to make sure that door's closed?
How long do we have left to it? Should I have one more?
Yeah, but please, man. have a-
Carl.
Yeah.
Carl.
Carl.
I got
Cash money.
I got it for you.
So we're gonna do Carl versus the dictionary. I've got some words that I pulled up that I thought were good ones, but I'm just not sure which ones we should use. So I want to run them by you and Shamo, and you three will be the determining factor in which words we use, and which ones we have. Carl has to spell. So I'm gonna take my headphones out to make sure I'm not talking too loud here.
Beautiful.
All right, so the words I've got picked here, we're gonna start with. This is probably the easiest one. Keel haul.
That's easy. Is it?
I don't know how to spell.
Keel haul. All right.
All right.
That's where that's a punishment by tying someone up by their ankles and them being dragged by the keel of the ship.
Here's my guess. Kielhal.
That's wrong.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's a tough word.
Okay. All right.
They only get tougher. Love it.
All right. They honestly do.
I want the last one. Just
Kerflummoxed.
there. Yeah, that one.
I'm not good at spelling, so
Yes. That
Okay.
I did use a lot of resources to help me write my book.
Okay. Kerflummoxed. All right. We got two more here yet.
Okay.
Fellas. And then we've got Kerfluffle Hootenanny.
Okay, Jesus,
That's one
this
word.
isn't even. Say it again. Say it again.
Kerfluffle Hootenanny.
Wow. Kerfluffle.
That's no chance.
And then the last option here is klutziness.
And that's the hardest one?
Well, not necessarily. I didn't put them in order.
Can you just
Oh,
say, is that
gotcha.
a C or a K?
I like the
uh,
second one. What was it?
Kerflummoxed.
Yeah. That one's hard. That's probably maybe
There's
the
no
maybe the
chance.
third one. Maybe the third one.
Flummoxed. Kerfluffle Hootenanny.
Yeah, that one's kind of funny.
Is there any chance that he gets that right? There's zero. Like,
It's just so long he'd lose track of
Yeah,
like.
I like it.
All right,
I
we'll
like
do Kerfluffle Hootenanny.
I love it.
All right,
All right. I'm gonna tell him to come back in.
all right.
Tell him to come inside.
He's in the bathroom right now.
Say, Carl, come in here. Come and get your popsicle.
Man, so
Kerfluffle.
so Chuck had to bounce out. Did he tell
Yeah,
you why?
he always bails like 9:30. He
Oh,
never
okay.
he never makes it super apparent that he's got to bounce. I do wish that he would give me a little more of a heads up. Just not that it's a big deal. He's got to leave early. I hope that he doesn't feel that way, because I never expect him to stay,
Right.
Till 11 or 11:30. Actually, some of you guys got to be up early, but I got to be up till
Carl.
fucking 8:30. I'm good. But I just, to be on the same page with like what time he's got to bail.
no, I didn't mean to bring anything
no,
up. That
I-
was my
No, he's
bad.
good.
No,
I
no,
was just
I
curious,
just, I also at the same time, it's like I never know is something actually. I
Right.
don't at the end of the day. No, and I hope everything's fine because he normally leaves about 9:30, and I expect him to leave early, but. I can't confirm that nothing has happened where
Chucky C, we love you, baby.
Chucky, we think
Thanks
about
for-
you when we jerk
thanks for-
off in the morning.
Thanks for
Appreciate you
on.
coming out and just appreciate
I
you
do
coming
too.
out
I mean,
and-
seriously, I love hanging
That
out
was
with Chuck
fun.
every time we get together. Even the times we're off camera together, we're all goofing around. Like
Yeah.
the memories, just
He's a
it's-
good time.
he's a good dude, a funny guy to be around. Like he's a good guy.
Dude,
He's a great
I'm
guy.
so the big thing
Really
I'm
good
excited
dude.
for is what I was talking about is like I want to write jokes. I want to give Chuck some jokes. I want to teach I don't want to teach him. I want to like show him how I would like want to get him. And it's not that I don't want to do stand up or anything like that. But like I see myself in a writer role of like everything, like movies, shows, scripts, shorts. Like I could do so much writing, and obviously a book is one start. But stand-up comedy, like so many things, music. You look at a lot of the big talents in music. Most of them don't write their own songs. That's why it's like super cool when some people do.
Right,
Most people don't. You're having other people's shit. You look at not a lot of comedians, but you look at some comedians, like they do have other people write some of their shit, but like it specifically, is in some of those areas.
Well,
and
a lot of guys, once they get to a certain point, like people can get their voice down and understand their cadence and write for them, and then they can just be like, oh yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like Kevin Hart he's got writers.
Yeah,
he doesn't write his own
I
shit.
can do it. I can do it for people at Noah's scale, and not that I would, obviously that's why I'm dying to just help out, but like I have this ability to write these different jokes, and I don't go on stage 24/7 and have a lot of fun doing it. But I feel like if some people, I'm not saying everybody, but I'm just saying some people, if they're like, God, I would love to go on stage, but I don't know what to say. If you could forge, like Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of the Wall Streets, like he talks about, 10% of it is the text. 10% of it is what I'm writing for you. 90% of it is your tonality. It's your body language. It's how are you portraying the joke? How are you timing the joke? I heard 33, 33, 33 tonight. I think it's more maybe somewhere in the middle. Like 80% of it is your body language and in how you're saying the joke. 20% is actually what you're saying.
Yeah.
A big part of it is like how you're on the stage and what your timing behind things.
But here's the thing. The people that are really good and make it, it's the other way. It's 80% is what they're saying, and 20% is how they're projecting it. 80% of what they're saying is it's gold. It's like, wow, I cannot believe, like, the way you put those words together is better than anyone could ever put them together.
But it's the way you put them together. It's not the words. The way you put them together is the words, because you can only put words together in a certain way. That's a great
by
point
using words.
From your vantage point of how you're trying to portray what you're saying, 100%. Because the words are the most important part.
But look at the best comedians.
The words are the most important part.
Exactly. Look at the best comedians. Louis C.K.,
Dave
Chappelle. There's really no
exactly.
They're not a dramedy. They're not like they're not doing all. They're just saying words, and their words you go, holy shit, I cannot. And those are the people that rise above. Sure, you can make, like, people can do it. People can make a living and be whatever by putting on a show, but to be like, to make it and to do it and to be respected by not only your peers but by audiences is to have, it's 80% of your words, and it takes forever, and only certain people get there. But I feel like not enough people like actually focus on what they're actually saying, and like they're like, oh, I just got to be demonstrative and throw whatever hands and blah blah blah. Like,
here's the only thing that matters is the audience. It's just like the audience is the only thing that matters. And how do we please the audience?
And we please the audience with Carl versus Addiction. Sorry, Pat. I got way off on a tangent there with you. That was my bad. But we'll get Carl versus the dictionary.
Yo, it's Carl versus dictionary.
Hey. All right, we got a good word
I
for
really
Carl.
can't spell for shit.
We came up with one.
Very
It's time
good.
for Carl to get ready to learn. Ladies and gents, listen close. Well, he's spelling some words. Just one attempt for the kid to put the letters in turn. Got fingers crossed that the boss ain't about to get burned. I like Carl versus dictionary. Hey. And I can't spell for shit. No, he can't spell for shit. No, I really can't. Hey, I like. Is he sober? Well, fucking barely. Sit back, relax, cause it's Carl versus the dictionary. Carl versus the dictionary. Probably gonna spell this word wrong. Fuck it. Woo! Yo!
Oh, buddy, I hope you are ready for this one.
Cool.
On to the K's.
All right, Carl.
Beers, couples. Yeah.
Your word this week for the K's.
Oh, yeah, K.
Kerfluffle hootenanny.
You're a fucking ass. You guys are all assholes. You slow it down.
Kerfluffle hootenanny.
Kerfluffle
hootenanny.
Slower.
Kerfluffle hootenanny.
Kerfluffle
Fuffle hoot.
Fuff
Kerfuffle hoot.
Kerfuffle
Kerfuffle hootenanny. Kerfuffle hootenanny.
Kerfuffle hootenanny.
Kerfuffle hootenanny.
K-U-R
Kerfuffle hootenanny.
K-U-R-F-U-F
Fuffle hootenanny.
K-U-R K-U-R-F U-F L I got
Kerfluffle.
Kerfluff.
No, kerfuffle.
Oh, kerfuffle.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Kerfuffle hootenanny.
K-U-R-F Kerfuff F-U-F
Kerfuffle hootenanny.
L-E
Hootenanny.
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 K-U-R-F Kerfuff U-F Say it again. I'm gonna need it.
I got you. I'm laughing because I picked a ridiculous
I'm
word.
laughing too because I got so much naturals in my brain right now.
Kerfuffle. Fuffle. Kerfuffle hootenanny.
K-U-R-F U-F Kerfuff L-E Kerfuffle H-U
Hootenanny. Hootenanny. You got H-U.
K-U-R K-U-R-F Kerfuff K-U-R-F-U-F Kerfuff
I'm sorry.
U-L-A-N-A-I-E. I don't fucking know.
All right,
I swear to God, you had it like the beginning better before that.
One last time.
All right.
Start that over. Original.
Everybody shut up.
Kerfuffle. Hootenanny. Hootenanny.
Kerfuffle.
No.
Kerfuff.
Kerfuffle. Hootenanny. Hootenanny.
K-U-R-F.
Kerf.
Kerf.
Now you need to spell uffle hootenanny. So uffle and hootenanny.
K-U-R-F.
We're at 69.
K-U-R.
Thank you, my chatter, for the follow. We really appreciate you.
K-U-R-F.
69.
Nice. We're so
my
close.
God, dude.
Kerfuffle hootenanny.
Kerfuffle.
K-U-R-F.
All right. Scratch it. Hold on. We're going to do a timeout here.
All right.
Spell Keelhaul.
K-E-I-L-U-A.
Keel
Hey,
Hall.
I don't. Why are we doing this?
Because it's
Because
shorter.
you were so far off.
You were way far off of Kerfuffle Hootenanny. It's okay.
Really? I was terribly.
Yeah. It wasn't even close. Like
It's okay.
second, I was gone.
We're gonna go to Keel. It's
Sorry.
okay.
How is kerfuffle? K-E?
Yeah,
K-E-R-F-U-F-F-L-E-H-O-O-T hoot and E-N-A-N-N-Y.
I think you spelt it right, Shamo.
Really?
Kerfuffle hootenanny.
I-
Don't you know?
Of course.
All right, Keel Hall.
Sorry.
Keel?
It's not my talent.
Keel Hall. Keel Hall.
K-E-I-L-H-U-A-L?
I think that's exactly how I studied it.
Very close. Very close. K-E-E-L-H-A-U-L.
Of course. it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I said you'd spell it the way.
That's
yeah.
that word.
That was the word I chose.
Keel
by the way.
Hall. You know what a Keel Hall is?
Nope.
Let me tell
Bet
you.
you're not hauling nothing.
Let me tell you what a Keel Hall is. A Keel Hall.
This is what I went to take a shit for. Foofananny and keel haul. I was keel hauling in the bathroom, dude.
Keel Hall is to punish by dragging under the keel of a ship.
Dude, Kerfafanani, Shoonamanny was really fucking my brain up. Dude.
Kerfuffle Hootenanny
Oh
is
my
spelled
God.
Kerfufflehootnanny. Kerfuffle Hootenanny.
I did spell it right.
Easy.
Good job, Shamo.
Thank you.
What, you did?
I did.
That's
Which is
fucking-
an event full of chaos and confusion.
Yeah, that's a bunch of
Explains everything that just
And,
happened.
all right,
Here we are.
before you hit that music,
God damn it.
we got Urban Dictionary real quick. We got
Give me one more K word.
You want one more K word? All right,
dude.
hey, I got some other ones here pulled up for you.
Just one more that's not K. Yeah,
All right, spell kerflummoxed.
All right, what's that Urban Dictionary you got?
All right, how about this? How about spell klutziness?
Oh.
How about that one? Spell
Oh.
klutziness.
I don't want it anymore. I don't want it anymore.
You want to go to Urban Dictionary?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
His brain is a kerfluffle
Kerfluffles.
hootenanny.
Well, hey,
Kerfluffahootenanny.
Carl, guess what I found in the Urban Dictionary?
Wait, what does Kerfluffahootenanny mean?
Chaos.
That's what it means?
Yeah.
Chaos?
Pretty
Kerfuffle
much.
Hootenanny is an event full of chaos and
Oh, okay, yeah,
confusion.
okay.
So it'd be like if Chuck Charles and I went and put on a comedy show and we told a couple jokes that got the whole place in a kerfuffle hootenanny.
All right, I got it.
Classic.
Classic. Fuck, you guys got me good.
All right, Carl, I got a really good Urban Dictionary. Guess what? Your name is in the Urban Dictionary.
No way.
Carl.
Really?
And there's
The K and an E.
there's a couple different definitions in here for
And
Carl.
then- and
So let's read the first one here. All right, the first one, Carl. Carl is the most adorable, sweetest, caring person you will ever meet.
True.
He makes your world light up.
Mm.
He has the most prettiest eyes you'll ever see. He gives the most amazing hugs. He is also very good looking. He is the greatest friend / boyfriend ever. To use it in a sentence, Carl is amazing.
Oh.
Was that out of his book?
That's one definition of Carl.
That's better than the writing in my book.
Oh,
That's better.
That's one definition. Here's another definition. Long-haired hippie commie. But he's a man with a heart of gold.
I think I'm doing all right.
A quote, it's not the size.
Where'd the Texan accent come from?
I mean,
you don't understand, Carl.
the size
It's on the
is,
screen.
is nice and everything, but it is Carl. But that's from Reggie, May of 2003.
Oh, Reggie.
Carl,
Reginald, actually, they used to call him.
someone who often does.
Oh, God, you're about to start making me feel bad about myself.
Carl,
Darn tootin'.
someone who often does stupid things and is confused all the time.
Bill Engvall showed up.
You're really starting to make my
Bill
heart feel
Engvall's in the
something.
building. We're doing a really redneck comedy tour.
I'm about to need another White Claw because Carl is making me feel sad.
Carl, Slavic alpha male who uses dark magic to
Preach.
summon a mighty goose.
Preach.
do not like geese.
That sounds right.
Whoever
right.
has the luck to be named Carl will probably end up at McDonald's.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, a lover of crabs, dogs, and gooses.
I do like to eat
Everything
crabs.
but the gooses seem pretty accurate.
I do like to eat crabs. Never had crabs.
Oh, look at Carl. He's doing the crab thing again. Is that a goose I hear? Nah, it's just that dude Carl.
Oh my goodness.
People have too much time on their hands.
Who,
Kind of Carl's
who
like that.
painted that dog? Carl did.
Very true.
Carl.
It's like it's got a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna grab one more. White Claw.
Carl, a name used for a girl who's quite dumb. She probably can't use Discord properly.
Oh God, who can?
You're such a Carl. Carl. A bitch dumb enough to think men shit their balls and use the Urban Dictionary to support their poopy balls idea.
Carl.
And that's
Carl.
we hit the end.
I'm
the end
Fluffinary.
of the Urban Dictionary there.
Damn it.
Man,
Kerfuffle hoot nanny.
man.
Tell you what, tonight's been such a hoot nanny. Kerfuffle hoot nanny.
How about
One of them.
how about Carl Chabera?
Like the meat?
Dirty. Well, let's
I
not.
don't think
read,
it's a
let's
meat.
not read that. Let's not. Carl grapes. Oh, what are Carl
Ooh.
grapes? A special grape that can
damn
only be found in Castricum, the Netherlands.
Oh.
I do have castricum.
I am a
does.
self. Oh, I can't. I can't read that.
2 doses.
Out loud. Yeah. Hey, Carl. Your name is all over the Urban Dictionary. That's
Look
all
at
I
you,
gotta
bud.
That's
Congratulations.
all I gotta
Thanks,
say.
you assholes.
Spell Carl. No, I was kidding.
Karen boy, a guy who is acting like a bitch ass Carl.
That was Carl versus dictionary. Woo.
That was probably my favorite one.
Y'all really can't spell the shit. Really can't spell the shit.
Yeah. Yep.
It's time for Carl to get
me.
ready to learn. Ladies and gents, listen close while he's spelling some words. Just one attempt for the kid to put the letters in turn. Got fingers crossed that the boss ain't about to get burned. I'm like, ooh, Carl versus dictionary.
Carl.
Carl,
I can't spell for shit.
No, he can't spell for shit. No, I really can't. Hey,
Don't forget.
hey, I like. Is he sober? Well, fucking barely.
Carl's the most
Sit
adorable-
back, relax, 'cause it's Carl versus the
Sweetest-
dictionary.
I like how you started with that.
Carl
Caring
versus the
person you'll ever
dictionary.
meet.
Yeah.
He makes your world light up.
That's what AI tells me every day.
Such a Carl.
He has the most prettiest eyes you'll ever see.
Alright, who sent this emails?
He gives the most amazing hugs.
I'm a good hugger.
He's also very good looking.
He does it with his whole body.
My
He
whole-
puts his whole body
yeah.
into it.
5'5", 180 pounds of pure dense hugs.
It's literally like my dream woman. So.
I could not. I was so excited when I saw all these definitions of Carl and Urban.
Yeah.
God
No,
damn.
made me feel ready to wake up tomorrow.
Oh my God. I was like, this is perfect. It even starts off with like the nicest, most best, just
Yeah.
perfect one, and then it just slowly gets
Yeah.
Karen boy, also known as Carl.
Or Garen boy, I think is how they say it. Garen boy.
Karen boy.
It's
Garen
actually-
boy.
It's actually
I'm
not,
just a Karen boy.
not even the definition of Karen boy. It's just what I made it
Fucking
to be.
Karen boy.
I love it. I knew that wasn't real, but I love it. It should be.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna do a little. What time? Yeah, all right. Let's do a little life advice.
Yeah, man.
And I don't
To-
think we're
to
gonna
end
get
the
to
show,
darts.
right?
No,
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 it's
no,
just-
no.
No.
Don't think
No,
we're gonna
no,
Life
get.
advice.
Don't think we're gonna get to Wisconsin sports talk. That's all right. We'll end it with some life advice here.
Yeah.
So, this
If your name is Carl, just Jump off tower drive.
Jesus Christ. It depends how you spell it. Carl.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sierra K.
Spell
so
it with a
sorry.
C.
It's not me. It's Urban Dictionary.
I bet there wasn't an E in there.
Clover's the Urban Dictionary ends up that way every time.
C-A-R.
Put myself in a bad spot. Just
so
went out, ate a little Caesar Chicago style slices on, came into fucking destruction, dude. My life is in shambles, dude.
Oh, no.
All right, what's the life advice? What do we got?
All right.
Oh,
all right.
God.
Let me fetch some advice real quick.
All right. Well, this is from interesting. This is from IPA Man 787. He says, title is Girlfriend Messed with My Sunscreen and Ruined My Vacation with My Friends.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. All right.
You must
Holy
be
shit.
pale.
It's a little bit. It's slightly long, but not that long. So he says
It's like my dick.
Exactly. Gets the job done, just not fast enough. All right. But been with my girlfriend for 6 months. Things were going well. She does great. Obviously, she does get jealous. Not does great. She does get jealous at times, but I think a lot of girls do. Oh, you're already off to a rough start here, bud. Had a vacation booked with my friends since before we met to Cancun. All right. Before you met, hopefully you let them know. First day I get there, and it is crazy hot. Well, no shit, it's Cancun. I have pale skin, so I always wear Factor 15 sunscreen so I don't burn. Pretty sure.
Just keep it going.
I'm pretty sure anything over 30 is fake. Anyway, I was laid out in the sun for about 6 hours in pool and sea. Didn't feel burnt. Then when I got back to the hotel, I started to feel sick, and my body was red all over.
Sun poisoning.
I was sick and stayed in the hotel that evening in agony. Could barely walk from being so burnt. I messaged my girlfriend and said what had happened. I thought the UV was just super intense and I got burnt. She replied with a cry laugh emoji. She said that she swapped out my Factor 50 and replaced it with Factor 2 for a joke. I haven't spoken to her for 4 days now and am only just recovering from my sunburn and am able to walk normally as my legs were very... Holy shit. His legs were so burnt he couldn't walk.
Yeah, walk yourself away from this crazy bitch.
I am now peeling through, haven't left the hotel room at all, just had friends bring me food while they went out and partied. Not sure what to do. Is this something to break up over? Am I overreacting? I feel she did this as she was jealous and I'd be hooking up with other girls whilst away from her. Yeah, you should be whilst far away from this.
Well, think about this.
Crazy.
So how
asshole.
long do they know each other? 6 months.
Yeah,
It was pretty short.
Let's see.
I was gonna say, what if your buddy did this to you? You'd be like, you
Nah,
cocksucker.
dude, I'd be
pissed.
I'd be pissed.
Pissed, but if it was rich, say it was rich.
Yeah, but that's different. That's
That-
like,
yeah,
is he
yeah.
on the trip with me? Or is it like a buddy back at home?
No. You left. You went on vacation.
And my
Rich,
buddy back at home.
Your best buddy, Rich, switched your SPF on you.
Dude, I'd be
pissed,
I'd
but
be
you
pissed.
you wouldn't ruin the relationship with you guys.
well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
but if
I mean, that basically ruins a trip to like. It depends on like. I don't go on trips that often. Like I rarely
Yeah,
ever
that-
take a trip somewhere.
that ruins the trip. What do you think, Pat?
I
A girl switches your SPF 50 out with SPF 2.
I would rub it only in the areas that didn't see the sun, just to spite her.
But you didn't know.
So you didn't know.
So
You
you
didn't
rubbed it
know
all
she
over
switched
it. You
out.
rubbed it all over
You
it.
thought your sunscreen. You thought you had the best sunscreen available. You put it all over. You're like, fuck it, perfect. I'm gonna go lay out in the sun. Maybe get a slight burn, but probably tan because I got this great sunscreen.
Yeah.
And you lay out there for 8 hours, and you're sun
You
poisoned.
just cooked. Yeah,
and then
literally
you,
sun
and then you
poisoning.
find out.
But you've only been with this girl for 6 months, right? It's
Yeah.
a short amount of time.
Yeah.
That leaves a bad taste in your mouth. You know what I mean?
Kick.
I
I
can't imagine.
It's a bad burn on your dick. You know what I'm
After
saying?
8 hours of laying in the same spot, being like, "Oh my god, she did it. She fucked me over. She got me good." Like at no point, like 4 hours in, where you're like, "God, I feel like I'm melting." Like,
Yeah, 2 hours in.
Yeah.
It
God, I feel so red right now.
At some point, it's on you, guy. Like, how did you not?
7.5 hours
At
left.
that point, you're probably layering. Like, oh, I'm feeling hot.
Yeah.
And then you
Right.
keep putting it on. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'm still feeling
I
hot.
always like to blame other people for my problems. That's what I like to do.
But then your girlfriend of 6 months calls in and you said, hey,
Yeah, she
fucker, how
laughs
about
at
that
you?
50?
I would hang out with her one more time.
Bro, if she laughed at me,
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
hook up with a
yeah, one more.
somebody with crabs in Mexico.
I'd get a
and
sympathy. You
Bring
get
it back.
Get it.
bring it back. Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah. SPF crabby.
I'd bring home a water bottle from Mexico filled with the water,
Cum.
tap water.
Oh.
No, tap water from Mexico.
Sorry.
And I'd
yeah.
be like, oh no, drink this. It's bottled water. It's fine.
It's your piss.
And then
Oh, you
it's
got
just,
the Hershey's.
and then
Oh.
just shitting and puking for 3 days.
Yeah.
And like, oh, also,
Yes.
peace, bitch.
yeah, no. Yeah, no. I don't think.
It'd be tough.
You see those?
Yeah.
You see those couples on the social media who just pull pranks on each other all the time, just like terrible pranks, and it's like, I don't know if I'm ready to live my life on edge.
Yeah.
Like that all the time.
Yeah.
My
It's just
SPF
such
50 better be 50, dude.
It's just a simple life. It's just
6
very
months-
simple,
Yeah.
but that's also
Yeah.
important. Is that
Yeah.
it's simple?
6 months in, I don't. Yeah, I think she's I think that's a
I
goodbye.
think that was a bad joke.
Yeah, it's a bad joke.
Yeah, well,
We've
I
all
think-
been there.
I think you got to figure out the. We have. You got to figure out the
Kind of.
what's the meaning behind the joke. Like,
Yeah.
was-
Do
was
you
she
do you
trying-
ever really know?
right? Was
What-
she
was it really a joke?
exactly?
Because the way he's portraying, or is he being
Was he over dramatic?
facetious?
She didn't want me to cheat, so she did
But,
all
like,
this.
also-
why would you do that?
Exactly. If
Yeah.
you're for 6 months,
I'm very light
Like,
skinned.
is that really a funny joke?
right?
Like, it's
Exactly.
not very funny.
Ca-
I got
I
got-
Cancun is no joke with the sun.
Right.
blisters.
I mean, unless they're
Unless
from
they-
Canada and they've never experienced sun like that. And even in Canada, it gets fucking hot in the summer. Like, you get burnt as fuck
it would
up
come
there.
down if they had any like talks of like if she was like oh you're gonna
Does
talk
it
to any
matter-
girls down if
Does
there's
it matter
any,
how she reacts when you call her? Where it's like, "Hey, bitch, yeah, I'm in the hospital with sun poisoning,"
yeah.
and then she's like, "Oh, shit, yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh
It's like,
yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'd be like I'm so sorry.
I put
like I
olive
thought it
oil
would be a
in your-
funny
Yeah.
joke. Like I'm so sorry. That's not what I wanted to happen. But that's not how she reacted. She's like,
I thought it'd be funny. I thought you'd be a
Yeah.
little sunburnt. No, I think it'd be like, yeah, fuck
Yeah,
it.
it
No.
kind of sounds like you. Yeah, we.
Bye-bye.
You need to know
Yeah.
if her reaction is like, "Oh fuck," like I fucked up.
yeah.
Maybe this guy was so white, and she was like, I just want him to be a little more tame.
I thought you would get bronze, not.
I thought
burn.
SPF
But-
30 would be like, all right. I put a little bit of baby oil in there. What's
But if
going
he's
on?
that pale, like she'd already know like what
Right.
the effects would be.
This
Allegedly.
yeah,
it does
Allegedly,
seem
yeah.
intentional. It does
It
seem
does seem
intentional.
If it's
There's a lot of
intentional,
intentions that seem intentional.
If
But
it's
see, me in that situation is terrible because I go to I'm a white boy,
right?
and I go to a hot place,
Yeah.
and I don't use suntan.
What if you go out to Cancun?
But if you went to Cancun, you'd
bruh.
use some. It's a different type of heat than any
That's the
other place.
equator
you've been.
heat.
Yeah, that's equator
Yeah.
heat. You don't experience that in Hawaii. I mean, Hawaii is hot. I don't think you experience Cancun heat in Hawaii. Am I wrong here? Am I just out of my?
I've never been to Cancun, been to Hawaii.
Can or cannot confirm. Don't know.
I don't know.
I think Yeah, leave the
I think
bitch.
you need to take some. I think you need to take some space.
take a little evaluation time.
You need to take some
Yeah.
SPF.
If you're a
30 and
normal
get the
person who doesn't,
This is 6 months in.
If you're
you
a
better
normal person
buckle
who-
up,
yeah.
Buckaroo. If
Yeah.
you're fucking.
And even
in
like
for the
what
long
Carl was
haul.
saying, if it's like a joke from like a buddy,
yeah.
it better be a buddy I've known for years,
Yeah.
not a
Right.
girlfriend I've had for 6 months.
If Fralick did that and he like came to the hospital and was like, "Gotcha, fucker."
You guys
I
ever
was-
seen Dumb and Dumber 2, the second video where Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, I
Yep.
think is his name.
Yeah.
They're like, he like for 17 years straight, the one Jeff Daniels is
my
like
God, yeah.
watching over him and just like, I gotcha. After like 17 years.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like fucking-
And he's just like,
You've been making me change your shit for 17 years without telling me.
or in Dumb and Dumber,
Gotcha.
or in Dumb and Dumber when
Yeah.
it's freezing cold and the guy's like freezing to death and he pulls off one set of gloves over his other set of gloves and he's like, "Here, you can take these." And
My
he's
hands
like,
are a little sweaty.
Yeah, my hands are getting a little sweaty. You can have these. You've had another extra pair the whole time. Yeah. Dude. No, fuck that bitch. Bye bye.
Holy shit.
love
All
it.
Yeah.
right. What else we got?
That might be a deal
Holy
breaker.
shit.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Evaluate your situation. Is she a
Okay.
jokester?
Right.
I want to know what love is.
Yeah.
Dude, Phil and I sang Dick Down in Dallas and O'Connell last week, and it was sick.
Oh my God, was it beautiful?
Oh, it's beautiful. It
Beautiful.
was gorgeous.
All right. So here's one. All right. This is from Traveler Dude.
What's up, dude? What
This
up,
is,
dude?
Does my girlfriend have the right to be mad that I left our hotel room last night to eat dinner? Me and my girlfriend are currently on vacation, and we drove almost 25 hours without eating anything, mostly because she didn't want to stop. We got to our hotel room around 10:30 p.m., and I was absolutely starving and asked if she wanted to grab dinner at the cafe across the street, and she said no. I tried to go to sleep but couldn't because of how hungry I was. I ended up going to the cafe while my girlfriend was asleep and got myself a burger and fries. God bless. I got back to our hotel room to see her waiting for me, and she started yelling at me for leaving. She complained that I only had to wait 8 more hours for the breakfast bar to be open.
No.
My stomach was
absolutely
actually
not.
hurting from not eating anything, and was you drove
Easy,
that long.
No, easy.
Jesus Christ.
You wanted to eat.
The man needs some
Fucking
food.
stupid.
I think the only
What is
thing
going
he
on
could have
here?
done would be like, hey, like, I need to go grab some food. I'll be right back. That's
Right,
about all
yeah.
he could do more.
Yeah. No, you're not
Well,
in the
like,
wrong.
I don't think that kind of
You guys just
reaction-
drove that long. You were fucking hungry.
She's sleeping. You can't sleep. You're fucking starving. There's food across the street.
yeah.
A quick burgers and fries, and you're on your way
Eat
back.
your food.
Like,
Eat your food.
like
Man.
why?
Right? Nothing wrong with that.
We like to complain.
I mean, if I were the guy, if I fell asleep and she went across the street and ate without trying to wake me up, like if you're in that situation, hey, I'm gonna go across. I need a fucking burger right now.
Right.
You want to come or no? That's what it comes. That
Emphasis on
and
the
that's
come.
what that situation is too. After that long of a drive, you're just on edge and you're just like, hey, you want to come or no? I'm getting a burger.
Right.
She says no.
No, all right. Going
Right.
to get a burger.
I'm
Because
fucking
then you're
outta
probably
here.
eating breakfast with her the next morning, too.
Right. What's
4 hours
what's
ain't
the,
different.
What's
Her
the,
body is the best.
That's road hunger. You're,
Whoa.
like, being on the road is a different type of hunger. I've been smoking cigarettes for the past 24 hours. I need a burger.
2 years.
Yeah. I've been smoking cigarettes. I've been smoking a fucking dart.
Too bad.
No. Like I said, I don't think that kind of reaction is warranted. The only thing that would have been like, hey, like I have to get food. I'm gonna go get some food.
Yeah.
That's the
I'm
only
gonna
other.
let him.
It's the only thing he could have done. But even then,
If you let him or her
I don't
know,
think that reaction is like.
no.
It's not even worth it. It's just like why
You were sleeping.
It'd be
We'll get
like,
breakfast in the morning.
it would have just been like, I wish you would have told me, and like, that's it. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
And that's, you
were
take care of that
sleeping.
right away.
Yeah.
I did hey, you want to come? Oh, you're sleeping? Okay. And then the next morning, you're like, no, I did let you know. You were just sleeping. Sorry
Right.
about it. I need a fucking
Yeah, it's not
burger.
that crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like you
I
might need
don't
to
You were
end this trip
asleep,
early, go back home.
and now we're both awake. Let's go get breakfast.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't matter at sex.
This isn't a fluffar funkily flani. Or whatever
All right.
the fuck that word was.
All right, this is from. Oh, wow. Okay.
Last one.
Yeah. This will be the last one here. All right, this is from No Pinch 712. A guy pushed me off the bed for calling him beautiful. It was a first date. We had done physical things, and I was filled with emotions. I told him, "You're so beautiful," and he pushed me off the bed. I fell to the floor and bashed. Oh, well, Jesus! Well, that's
God.
now you need to call the police.
This is abuse.
He said, "Don't call me that." I got dressed and left. I'm very confused. Oh, she's new to. Okay. Anyway.
Call the police.
Arrest that motherfucker.
Arrest that man.
He pushed.
We've all been there.
He pushed.
No, we haven't.
He/she off the bed for being called beautiful.
I guess so.
That's an overreaction.
Don't email the HUA. Call the police. Don't email us.
Yeah.
Your first thought shouldn't be, I need to email
call
hold us
This is
accountable.
good content.
Yeah.
Your first thought should be,
This is good content. I need to. This is bad.
I didn't know that's where that email was going.
No bueno.
Call the
Do
police.
we not have a nice calm one to end on?
No, that's.
That's it?
That was the calm one.
All right.
I thought it was. So the title is just a guy pushed me off the bed for calling him beautiful. I was like, well, that's.
Sounds
I
like
didn't-
Ray Rice. Yeah.
How about you don't ever talk to him again because
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's fucked up.
Let me see.
Don't call me beautiful.
let me
All right, you ugly
see.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, he beat her. That's the only logical response. Somebody calls you beautiful, you're like, fuck you.
Yeah,
Are you fucking serious?
How dare
Are you
you.
fucking kidding me?
Fuck you.
No
don't
way.
understand.
You're
No.
garbage.
Backhand. Boom.
No.
Immediately.
No, I'm not.
That's fucked up.
No, I'm not.
No,
That's
I'm
what
not.
it
I'm
is.
gonna
No,
go. I'm gonna go get a
not.
burger.
And not tell
When
you.
you're not awake,
You can eat my ass, bitch.
push me off the bed. I dare you.
Like afterwards.
Yeah.
That's
I
fucking
bet these
weird.
are all the same people.
What a crazy son of a bitch.
Jesus. Yeah. That's wild.
Man.
If you don't got a better, we can end it on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. We. Let me see if I can find a would you rather quick to end it on.
A quick one.
Hey Pat, actually, there's some would you rather cards by those bean bags.
To the left of the Jägermeister bottle.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah,
Yep.
pull one of those cards. Pull one like right from the middle.
The bottom one.
Yeah, perfect.
Take a
perfect.
card, any card.
All right, let's see. This is what we're gonna end the show on here. All right. Okay, all right. So, would you rather shoot spaghetti out of your hands or sneeze meatballs?
Oh,
free meatballs?
Shoot spaghetti out of my. I do love meatballs. But what's the feeling?
Cloudy, and a chance of sneezing meatballs.
Shoot
Sneezing out
spaghetti out of
meatballs
your
would.
hands.
I absolutely easy question. I choose the first one because if I'm on the road, I want to shoot them at your fucking windshield.
Yeah!
When
I
you're
love
being
it.
a piece of shit in the left lane.
Wipe those off, fucker.
Fucking bitch.
That's marinara, bitch.
Especially in the middle of summer, just
Well,
like,
then-
oh, that's
then-
cooking on,
Well, but you do
motherfucker.
that, and then you do this with the right hand, just like a little tip.
Nah.
You do like a little bit. Of
And then you sneeze and you go. There's a meatball.
That's cum.
Meatball.
Shooting spaghetti. Shooting spaghetti.
All right.
Yeah,
All right,
that's mine.
folks.
Hell yeah.
Episode 129 in the Who Crew. We had special guests tonight. We got Pat. We had Chuck.
Chuck.
Very interesting talks tonight.
Man.
What a show, boys. Thanks for coming on,
Things got
Pat.
wild, things got weird.
Yeah, man. It was all a
Hit
good
the
time.
book.
Quantum beliefs. A future of sustainable utilizing AI.
Get it,
Thank you
Amazon.
for tuning in. I know your
Get your
time is
copy.
valuable. There's thousands of other podcasts that you could have settled for, but now you're just vibing with two goofy dudes from Wisconsin who like to discuss their problems and figure out ways to solve them, and challenge the listeners to get up out of their comfort zone. Try some shit they ain't done before. This is Hold Us Accountable. Yeah, this is Hold Us Accountable. Yeah, this is Hold Us Accountable. This is Hold Us Accountable. This is Hold Us Accountable. Hold Us Accountable, yeah. Hold Us Accountable.